Let's get to it. I turn all the music and whatnot's on. That's the wrong music. Okay, welcome back. What do we got? Last session. Last session. So, you guys met with the Cobalt Soul, with the Tal'Dorei camp. Oh, not them. You met with the Cobalt Soul, you met with Westrun, and there came to be this stark realization that the siege of Westrun was bound to happen sooner or later. Cobalt Soul needed time to sort of congregate what information they could from the Bramblewood and prepare. And they looked at you all and said, "Well, it's time you guys got some fucking vestiges. It's time to get armed." Speaking of getting armed, Finch arrived, and I believe relayed to the party that they had their own vestige they had tracked down, but were in need of some prophetic help, shall we say. Um, so there's a lot of sort of directions where it comes to vestiges, and it seems direction number one is secure the store. The relic of the Stormlord has been made accessible to Drysrinn if only she could pass the trials of its first and only wielder. Having met with the High Curator in Rexentrum, Drysrinn's sort of bluntness was like, shit, I hate evil, and I love fucking bitches up. And that person was like, dope, this has been the easiest interview I've ever had. You're in. Giving you basically where to go, telling you, Drysrinn, where it is you need to be in order to undertake these trials. In an abandoned mine, some ways a couple of hours to the northwest of Rexington. Um, so you and your chosen allies, Qiro and Yvaine, may do that at your will. Uh, Also worth putting out there is that Finch had a really great heart-to-heart with their old squire. It kind of said like, "Look, kid, I see you're not adjusting well. um, your paladin powers are gone. You need to live for you." Gave Beverly a little tough love that Beverly needed and was very thankful for. And maybe suggested that Beverly take a little leave of absence and kind of go on a little like you know, whatever kids do after high school, go to Europe for a couple months and find yourself and whatever. And yeah, and that was a really fantastic talk. But that is where we are today. You are in Rexentrum. You have the magnificent Rexentrum Cobalt Vault open to you to explore its many wonders, and you have the location of a powerful vestige. So, with these things in mind, what's next for the Aurora? Heading up there, Drysrinn?
Yes. Uh,
Yeah.
pretty much. Ever since she got the piece of information of where it is, Drysrinn's just been okay. What are my next steps? And that's all she can think about, or she's gonna go insane.
Fair enough. Fair
So
enough.
it's find Qiro, find Yvaine, figure it out.
Absolutely. If you step away, well, as you step out of the High Curator's office, having received this location, I think you would have been told where it is and not like given a piece of paper. This is a very sacred place to the Cobalt Soul. Um, yeah, this is also apparently the founder of the Cobalt Soul on top of everything. And yeah, you step out to see your two champions, Kiro and Yvaine, and whenever you're ready, you may begin your voyage.
Did we want to inform everybody else that we're headed off to this? So that way we're all on the same page about that? We're not just gone.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Cool. You could easily talk to one of the monks of the Cobalt Soul, and they'll happily. They could talk to the librarian. They obviously go, shh. Oh, you want me to hold a message? Oh, sorry. You want me to hold a message for your friends in case they return looking for? Yes, we can. We can keep something at the front desk for you. Yes.
I don't know where we're going. Should we be prepared for any particular type of environmental concerns?
Where did they tell you it is, Drysrinn?
I don't remember the full thing, like, above table, but I know it's some type of mountain and look for the eyes.
Yeah, they basically said it was like an abandoned mine. You would know it by, yeah, they're like, look for the eyes, whatever that means. And within holds the tomb of the creator of the Cobalt Soul.
To the mountains we go.
All right, we prepare for cold weather and rock.
Hey, you'll get to use your earth board.
True. That'll be fun.
Right. And so you go. You guys will sort of just begin your journey. A little sort of day trip, if you will. It's only a hike, a small hike on the way out. You guys will find your way through the city, and yeah, make your way out and through the farmlands. And it's a little chilly, but you guys are essentially in what would be considered grasslands and some patched forest. But there's a road that will generally lead you in the right direction, and considering your levels of 12, I'm sure at some point it was like, oi, you butcher. There's only 3 of you, but there's 6 of us and we got daggers. Give us your monies. Huh?
That doesn't end well for you.
Oh, what do you think? You know how to use your pitchfork, guy? He goes, oh, boss, I don't think that's a pitchfork. I think that's I tried it. Because what's a tried? Because, like a weapon. It's a proper weapon.
Can I polymorph the leader into a newt?
Sure. He goes, stop with try it. And suddenly he's just like, the other guy's like, that guy was an asshole. Yeah, whatever he. We're gonna just. We went with him, to be clear. We're just. Yeah, we're just. Okay. And then they all just run away.
We did try and tell you.
One of them picks up the newt and runs like this with their newt.
Honor among thieves.
All right, shall we?
Indeed.
I tried. What?
You did.
I tried to tell them.
In truth, you were most upfront.
No, they don't listen.
Tell you what, I'm very sorry. I'm gonna be 5 minutes. I forgot to feed my dog. I'll be
Please
super
go feed your
quick. I'll
dog.
be super quick.
Please go feed your dog.
Just very,
We'll
very
be
quick.
fine.
Honestly, I feel like Yvaine just saved lives there. Because that
Listen.
really could have gone a lot worse for them than one of their dudes being a newt for the next hour.
After the last time Qiro got into a fight in the city, she very much tries to not hit people with a trident that don't deserve it. With that being said, getting punched by her does not feel much better.
Drysson's trained to punch. Don't. Just don't.
Not everyone has mastered the art of picking fights. Some people need to be reminded the hard way.
And the whole thing is that, like, I know what Drysrinn and Qiro look like. Yvaine's not necessarily very scary, but Drysrinn and Qiro are armed to the fucking teeth. Right? Like, Yvaine is obviously not intimidating, but why do you roll up on those two?
I'm gonna be so honest, on the most like surface petty level, especially the higher level we get, I don't, because at a certain point, common sense says it's not gonna end well. Like, even if there is some positive to be gained here, I lose far more from this.
Well,
No,
bandits be banditing because they not too smart.
this is true. We try to be nice, and every once in a while, somebody gets bunked over the head.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So, as you guys are making your way up there,
Perfect, thank you.
I'm gonna try and swing back and forth my groups a little bit here, just because I'm trying something new, just so we're not. I don't know. We're just trying something new. Ember, my friend,
Thank you.
what would you be up to in Rexentrum at this time? You just kind of seeing the sights, doing the thing.
I finding an inn, so we've got a home base and just parking myself there.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And so you are. Let's go see what kind of inns there are. Okay, here we go. You're going looking around for an inn. You're asking for like, where's a good place to get something to eat, where to sleep. You're told that on the southwestern side of the Shimmer Ward, near the main gates, there is a cottage that happens to actually be a 2-story inn. You head over there, and you are going to find that it is really, really nice. It kind of doesn't really fit the rest of the city, and not in a bad way. It's beautiful. It is expansive. There is yellow stone and braided thatch for roofing, and the windowsill gardens are lush. And the rooms each hold their own separate balconies that overlook the entirety of the ward. And you feel quality here, and it's pretty great.
Sounds perfect.
And yeah, excellent. Glad to hear. Yeah, so you could get in there and get yourself a drink and some food or what have you. And you won't be there very long when the door opens, and you are going to see stepping in is Lord Estrix, who looks around and spots the fantabulously dressed you. And he kind of brightens up a little bit. He goes, Ember Van Zyre. They told me you were dead, but I have felt you taking some power all these years. How are you, my boy?
Yeah, I'm doing quite well, sir. Thank you. Please have a seat. Can I order you anything?
Oh, I certainly. Perhaps a little brandy or something. Just a little something to wet the whistle. I just say you are a sight for sorrows. I haven't seen you in so long. You've been my most staunch companion, and away you went.
There was a interstitial dimension and some bad time nonsense, which I don't honestly fully understand.
Bad time nonsense and extraplanar things. I understand those perhaps a little better than most. Sorry to hear. But it's good you're back. There's much chaos in the land, and where there is chaos, there is opportunity.
Yeah, it's been an interesting short while back. We know that the instrument of the Ravager is in play and is being effectively utilized.
Indeed, and that's how I heard that you were back. I happen to have heard a little news out of Westrun that, well, I was in Amon at the time, but I heard a little news from Westruun that the Aurorican Court was back again saving the day. I had to see for myself. And somehow I found you here. You leave quite the breadcrumb trail, shall we say.
I, yes, sir. I apologize for not getting in touch sooner, but it's been very chaotic at the most polite. Harried
Indeed,
is
indeed.
more likely the AKs.
Oh, no apology to be had. We're both very busy individuals, and, well, fire's going to burn the way it needs to burn. We'll take hold of what kindling is nearby. We bumped into each other eventually, didn't we?
Indeed so. What brings you to Brexendrum?
Well, you, of course. I had to see you with my own eyes. I'd felt you utilizing the power all these years, and had to come see for myself that you were back.
Indeed.
Well,
And here I am. My companion is in negotiations with some folks at the library.
libraries. Well, there are other places for knowledge, and now that you're back, uh, great things can happen. Great things indeed. You, I have been. We've been taught. We had talked about the Changebringer before you left. Are you still one of? Would you still consider yourself part of her following?
Oh, absolutely. Uh, that's the that's the nature of how I envision fire is it as a agent of change.
I understand. Um, I'm very sorry again. Sarai is locked out. I need to go let her in. I'll be back in 60 seconds.
Feed your dog. Let your wife in. These are not things that require. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, yeah. If it's winter in Canada. Don't 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 let the people be locked out. It's
I feel
not
so
good.
bad if we were the reason. I'd be like, no, please go. We'll be fine.
Okay. Unless the cat needs something, that should be it.
They
Okay,
might hear
my
you.
apologies.
Well, when the landlord speaks, you have to react.
Yeah, exactly.
Here I am looking for mine to make sure she didn't hear any of that.
But anyway, yes, he says, well, now that you're back, some real work can begin. I believe I told you about a vestige back then. It's called the Kiss of a Changebringer. Do you recall?
I I recall you mentioning it. Uh, it's and it was something that needed some further research, and then I was out of pocket for 2 years, which was like 4 days from my relative perspective.
Oh, my. Well, that's, I suppose, a good thing. Technically, your life expectancy has grown, I suppose. But regardless, it did take some time for study, and I've learned much. And I've learned much, and I've made such preparations. You see, this vestige, the Kiss of the Changebringer, it's not unlike. Well, it's actually rather different than other vestiges of divergence, because this one was made for the god, not for one of their pupils or champions, shall we say. The Kiss of the Changebringer is the jewel slipped from the neck of the Changebringer by Asmodeus himself. He looks around, make sure nobody heard him say those words. He goes, indeed, it is a god's vestige, not a champion's, but a god's vestige. And it thus has a little bit of the Changebringer inside of it. Quite an item.
I would imagine that it is it has been highly sought after, and
It is, and it has been. You see, it was found by a couple of guards. Uh, There is this horrible place called Vasselheim over in the next country over in Jorhas, and a couple of the soldiers took it from this horrible calamity betrayer fortress and found it and brought it out and didn't know what they'd found, and it was a whole spectacle that it came about, and it was very impressive. But quite right, it had been stolen. There was a savage massacre, and it had been indeed stolen. Now, I want, well, yes, I want it. But I want you to have it after I'm done with it. You see, it's time for me to come clean about what me and my compatriots have been up to all this time. As perhaps you've been connecting the dots, me and my compatriots are, well, we're all exiles from our elemental planes. I myself from the city of Brass, as it is known, and the others from their own realms as well, and despite our differences, we decided to come together to try and reverse our fortunes, and reverse our fortunes we intend to do. Now, the anchor that you helped me find so long ago in that volcano that you passed over has been immensely helpful in changing things along. But that's just it. It's the missing element, is change. You see, we went to the Ashari to study the elemental portals there, how they work. They're chaotic. The Ashari work to try and keep everything calm and ready, to make sure that things don't overflow. So we came to understood, we have the anchor, and we believe we now have the ability to create portals back to our original planes. But that's only half the battle. We've been kicked out by our societies there, but with the kiss of the Changebringer, with the essence of the god of change, we may be given the ability to walk paths that may allow us to return to thrones and positions we once held amongst us. This is what we wish to do. Now, what we would need is, of course, the kiss of the Changebringer. If we had the kiss of the Changebringer, and we had it interact with our arcane device, we would be able to return back and reverse our fortunes. The only issue is, of course, the kiss, the vestige itself, would be irrevocably changed by the elemental power. But once we have served our purpose and returned back to our plane, the kiss will remain behind, and it can come into your care, in whatever form it may be. I know that you are on the hunt for vestiges yourself, yes?
Indeed we are.
Well, if you could find the kiss for us, if you could bring it to us, and we perform this rite, and we go back to where we came from, I will be more powerful. I will be able to invest upon you greater warlock powers, and you will have a vestige as is your need. Everybody wins, wouldn't you say?
That does sound like a highly mutually beneficial arrangement.
Glad you think so, Ember. Glad you think so. Well, allow me to make contact with my allies. They all have their warlocks as well, but none so capable as yourself, Mr. Van Zyl. Allow me to go talk to them. Some of them have tabs on where the kiss may be found, and when I have it, I will tell you, and you may go obtain it from us. How's that sound?
That sounds like a agreeable arrangement. I'm happy to be of service.
Magnificent, magnificent. Well then, let us cheers as one is ought to do before a business arrangement or adventure, and cheers to the Changebringer, and the paths we will walk together.
To change.
To change. And we can circle back to that if you wish. But we'll say that you and Asterix will sit there, and he'll say, well, you must tell me about this adventure you were gone for 2 years, 4 days, what have you. And you can kind of just maybe talk and catch up with your patron a little bit.
Absolutely.
Incredible. And we'll circle over to you, Finch, quickly before we begin with the trial in and of itself. Finch, you've had a lovely conversation with Beverly. Rex and Trum is open to you. Is there anything you wish to do in the interim?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little paladin in a big world. I don't have my dragon with me. I don't think she's here. Is she here with us?
Yeah, we're gonna say that she's here.
She just ported along.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think if there's anything specific. I think, their whole reason for venturing back was to catch up with the Aurora Concordant, and they are happy to do what they're doing. So I don't think there's anything specifically like for their own gain that they would be venturing to do.
Okay. If it's of interest to you, you could just do a little exploring in the city, and I could tell you a little bit about what you see, and maybe
Sure.
something interests you, maybe something that doesn't. All right, cool. All right, you go looking across the city and, making your way about. We're going to say that you find yourself in the Tangles. It is a semicircular, sort of southwestern district, or southwest of the Shimmerwood, that is. It is a very old part of Rexentrum. It has small streets that seem to be unplanned, and indeed resemble a bit of a tangle, as sort of like a city sort of popping up faster than it can sort of build for itself, very much a residential area. You're going to find much there. You're going to find the Vigil Circle, which is a network of ring-like streets. And somewhere within that circle, you're going to find a shop called Thadine's Endless Emporium of Enchanted Eccentricities.
Ooh.
It is a 2-story cylindrical building surrounded by a set of dark maroon velvet curtains trimmed with golden rope and an open archway door. You're not terribly sure what's inside, but that might interest you. You can
Yes.
always come back. Oh, yeah, all
Oh,
right.
yeah,
Hell
why not?
Let's go let's roll it. All right, you head on inside. As you enter inside, there are a very large number of shelves, all covered with various trinkets, knickknacks, and curiosities. Though there are also numerous gaps along the surfaces. The sparsity of goods seems to, you're not terribly sure what it is. There's all kinds of strange things here, but certainly the shelves could do to be a little bit more full.
Okay.
Let's see here. Nothing seems to be labeled. There's just a number of eccentricities around. Let's see. You're also, of course... as a very important note, as you enter within, there is going to immediately begin, as you pass the threshold, a little... This, arcane music fills the Emporium as you walk in. And you are going to be joined by this Goliath woman who sort of starts to come down the stairs at the back. She is mighty. She wears this long red dress with golden trim that matches the rest of her establishment. Some of her marks kind of come down over her eyes that are sort of bright yellows. She is very strong, and she has these gold bands around her arm, bangles, and her hair is huge. It is this massive great train of sort of brown curly hair that follows this woman. Despite her dress, she has this low cut part to sort of show off her lady features. She's
Lady
gorgeous.
features.
Yes, her bust.
Ooh.
Bust. I'll show you guys a picture. She's quite the character, and maybe not what you'd expect to find running an emporium. Coming at you in the Zoom. No, it's coming at you in Facebook because it isn't happening. There we go. That is what she looks like.
Oh, yeah.
So you look at her and go, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hubba, hubba.
Hubba, hubba. Yeah, I'll say your dragon's there with you and goes, oh. And that's also what it sounds like in Draconic. Yeah, she has this crazy frazzled hair. Not unlike the description here says, not like Meridia's hair from the movie Braveheart, not terribly unlike that. You walk in, and she goes, welcome to my emporium. It's a pleasure to have you within. A stately knight and a dragon in my emporium. What a pleasure. Perhaps I should be putting the two of you on shelves, huh, love?
Oh, you're too kind. Too kind. This is quite the impressive shop that you have.
I know, isn't it? Well, you ought to take a look around and see what you see. There might be something worth taking away with you.
I will do just that. And I'll start to like peruse, picking up little knickknacks.
All right. Tell me what. I'm gonna say, roll me a d4.
Okay.
Just to start us off. There's all kinds of shit in here.
Just a little. Okay. All right. 3.
A 3. Okay. Roll me a d100.
Oh, geez. Okay. 72.
72. All right. 72 coming up.
You explode. Oh.
Yeah, you die. You go over to this one shelf and you find a silver teardrop earring that seems to be made from what damn near looks like a real teardrop.
Oh.
In fact, well, it's a set of them, but yes, these like beautiful silver teardrop earrings that are quite authentic looking. He goes, a fine set, love. Those happen to be actually the tears of a silver dragon.
Any particular silver dragon or just a silver dragon?
Oh, not impressive enough that I have, but just that I need to give you the credentials and everything, eh?
I do know dragons.
I can tell. And looks over at your dragon who's like,
Awkwardly wave.
yeah, with
It's
like
terrifying.
massive talon hands.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem too perturbed. She's much larger than you. She's like a foot taller than you. She's kind of like looking down at you a little bit. And goes, sorry, I didn't quite catch the name of the dragon who cried it, but who can tell the story of why a silver dragon might be crying? It will go well with you and your whole, aesthetic.
Oh, I don't know if these look good on me, but they are rather nice, and I'll just like put them back gently.
So not your thing, eh? Well, keep taking a gander. Maybe you'll find something.
Okay.
You roll another dice.
Okay.
So roll an even-sided dice to see if it comes out even or odds.
It is a 1.
A 1. Roll me another d100.
Okay. 25.
25. Yeah, you find a tiny silver icon of a raven.
Ooh.
Like this beautiful little raven trinket there. It's like a nice little, easy enough to put on a shelf. You like a little prayer totem, perhaps, who knows? Yeah.
And it's haunted. What is the story behind this little guy?
So well, I found that one, but they say it comes all the way from Vasselheim. It says that rumor has it that in Vasselheim they celebrate the Raven Queen with a little bit more liveliness than in most places in the world. Such as your little raven there is all made of silver, and not say obsidian or iron or something depressing like that. How'd you like to own something all the way from Vasselheim, eh?
I've been to Vasselheim.
Oh, fancy that. Yeah, I really should be putting you on my shelf, shouldn't I?
How much for this little trinket here?
Oh, for you, darling? Why don't we call it, call it 6 copper. Because I like you.
You're too kind. I think, yeah, I will think I'll take this little one home.
All right, very good. Enjoy it. Praying to ravens is like praying to the Raven Queen herself.
Thank you.
All right, give me one more even-sided.
Okay, all right, come on. A 2.
A 2. Okay, I want you to re-roll that d4 and tell me what you get. You've accessed the special stuff.
That is another 2.
No two. Okay, you come over to this one shelf with a little pouch on it. It just seems to be a simple pouch, other than the fact that on the front of it is embroidered, just like this big, almost like the drama mask. There's the happy and the sad face.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the faces is not unlike like the happy face, like this big, like overly accentuated, like ha 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 laughing face on the front.
It's terrifying. And
Just
this?
goes, oh, you found a charm. There you are. Tell you what, do we just take this tiniest little pinch from the pouch, and why don't you just sprinkle it over in the way you drag? Actually, probably not a good idea. Maybe just into yourself. Don't worry, you'll like the effects, I promise.
For some reason, I trust this hot Goliath woman, and I do just that.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
You
So weird. I pour the whole bag on myself.
whatever you want, mommy.
Right.
Got
it.
You just do like a tiny little bit.
Yep.
And as it hits your nose, you just feel like your cheeks begin to sort of like scrunch and get like a little bit sore, and you feel this like bubbling in your stomach that begins to sort of grow into your heart and your whole chest, and then you just start giggling, and you just start beginning to laugh uncontrollably for just a couple of seconds. You just start to like giggle and laugh and feel like something tremendously funny was just said, and laugh almost to the point of tears before the magical effect slowly dims and then wears out.
Oh, that's terrifying. I love it.
There you go, love. See, that's chuckle dust there, that is.
Chuckle dust.
Oh, yeah, see, even the name gets a reaction.
And I feel like I could find a use for this. How much for the chuckle dust?
Oh, those ones go for 10 gold pouch.
You know what?
But the good... Oh, yeah.
I can do 10 gold.
10 gold it is. Hand it over and it's all yours.
Here you are.
Thank you. Now, I will warn you. If you sprinkle it, cover 1 square foot of area. And when you do, it's going to either make the person standing there laugh for 10 minutes, or it's going to make the sound of someone laughing for 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yes. You see, and she'll like put just like the tiniest little finger, and she'll sort of like shoot it into the corner, and it'll be like, it'll go out. Good distraction too. Good prank, good distraction, all in all.
Okay. Good to know.
Excellent. If you ever want a refill, it does come with a variety of different sounding chuckles. We're gonna have like a lady chuckle, a rough man chuckle. Whatever kind of chuckles you know.
I will take note of that. Thank you.
Of course, it's been a delight having you, Marshall. Is there anything else that piques your interest?
That's all. Thank you.
All right, well, you come on back and tell your friends. And she's going to sort of magically, seemingly from nowhere, produce a business card in between her fingers. And she'll like tuck it into your plate.
Oh.
There you go. Tell your friends about me.
Finch will just blush. I will do just that. Thank you, ma'am. Your ma'amness.
Your dragon's like, oh boy. it's gonna all right.
Drags me out of the shop slowly. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much a little bit. The sound of iron or steel boots on the ground.
And I'm just like, bye.
Like,
It was nice meeting you.
It was a pleasure meeting you, love. And
bye.
you head on. Goodbye now.
They drag people off stage with like a hook. You know, that's what's happening to Finch. Only it's Malisaurus's like hook claw, and she's like dragging me out the store.
Less shredding talon around your throat. Just, come on.
Okay, goodbye.
You got her number. Good job.
You got it right here.
Most valuable thing I think you found in there, huh?
Yep, I had to make sure it's safe in my bag of holding.
I
just tuck it in between like my holy pages, my pamphlets of Bahamut.
It does have like her face on it. It's got like her crazy hair and like a winking face of hers on there, and says like the Emporium on this street in Wrexham kind of thing.
Randomly throughout the rest of the campaign, I'm just going to pull it out at the most inopportune times and look at it.
Like, Finch, you're paying attention, right? Oh, yeah. No, sorry.
Yeah, I got it.
What are you looking at? Nothing.
Mind
And then
your
the very end of the
business.
campaign, the Finch has like a locket, like opens the locket, and it's just like on the inside.
Right.
My love, that person I met one time.
Right.
Okay, time for the big event. You guys go a-wandering, and you are indeed going to find an abandoned mine that would be entirely unfindable to the naked eye, if not for those directions. You just find this kind of sort of like craggy mountain face where there are like two boulders propped on different ledges. But from the direction that you're coming in, it does kind of look like two eyes. And if you look at the crags, they're like, okay, sure, yeah, why not? And if you approach, you are going to find a big entrance to a mine that has probably not been used for a very, very long time, enough so that the wind and the rain has eroded away any signs of passage to or from. Sort of down into the earth.
Well, we found it. How big how big an entrance are we talking here?
How big a what, sorry?
How big of an entrance are we talking?
It's
Because it's
fairly
supposed to
big.
be an abandoned mine.
Yeah, you guys had to sort of like climb up the crags like quite a bit off road, and then you kind of came around this one bend where there was like this large rock face that would easily disguise it from really any direction. Then as you came around, you did indeed see like this pretty big hole. This pretty big hole that was certainly meant to have like mine carts come and go, multiple people able to come and go. It's not small by any measure. You guys could walk shoulder to shoulder with space, plenty of space. I would say it's like 20, 25 feet wide at the mouth and continues that way.
How far into the day are we? Like, do we have light?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys are around, it's around little past midday.
All right. Qiro will walk over to the entrance. She's trying to find just like a little stone or little pebbles or something small enough for Phantom to carry. And she'll cast light on it, summon him, and kind of toss the pebble up. And she'll send him, I think her tether's 60 feet, so she'll send him 50 feet ahead of them going inside, but she'll turn back to them and be like, ready?
Before we go in, and she's gonna like make sure both Qiro and Yvaine are in front of her. This isn't to say that the others are not important to me, but you are two of the most important people in my lives right now. And I want to thank you for coming with me into this challenge. I cannot and probably will not be able to live with myself if either of you die. Run if it gets that bad. I don't care if it means I stay here. You run. Let's go.
As soon as Drysrinn moves on, I think Yvaine looks at Qiro and winks at her.
And Qiro will lean down and just whisper to Yvaine, because Drysrinn can probably hear them, but it's fine. I think she's forgot. I've died for less. Literally.
No, but it's cute. It is. And we love her.
And that is why I did not disagree with her outright.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course.
But that was crazy. And I think that she will kind of chuckle to herself as they walk in.
Okay. You walk in, and you come into this central, large open cavern space. And as of right now, it would be dark. Sort of completely dark. You're shining a little light with the pebble. And then all at once, sort of at the back of the cavern, this brazier will sort of alight. And I'm sure you're all like, and you're going to see sitting on a stool is this man, perhaps, but he's in like heavy, like tattered gray robes, and the light doesn't quite catch the face underneath. And in a gravelly voice, the individual will say, "Welcome to the cave. Who comes and why?"
And that's exactly how she starts her sentence. Just, I'm Drysrinn, Varnos. Real into the Stormlord, so that's happening. Oh, Qiro, Yvaine. We good now?
How is it that you have come to find this place?
Had a very important conversation with a very important person about how much I wanted to get rid of the evil in the world, and they sent me here.
Say, tell me the name of the High Curator of the Reserve in Raxentrum, and I'll believe you.
Oh God, what was her name? Oh no. I had it at one point. Oh. Me as a player does not remember. I'm trying to figure it out.
Make a history check.
Yeah. This is gonna be so funny. That's a 3.
Fuck, you can't remember. Fuck.
My guy. Oh, Yvaine.
No, while this conversation is going on, one of the things that the diadem can do is if I stare at a person for an hour or if I contemplate for an hour, I can see if they are good or evil and to whom they may be connected. So while she is enjoying her conversation, I would check them out and know who this person is and who they're connected to.
For an hour? Okay, got it.
No, for a minute. Wait, minute.
Oh, for a minute.
My apologies.
Got it.
60 seconds.
No worries. Yeah, an hour and a minute are
very different. I'm sorry. I misspoke.
It's all good. No worries. Does Qiro, do you want to roll for what the name of the High Curator person was? Maybe try and help out Drysrinn?
I know who it is.
Oh, okay. You monster.
Every minute of my head, I go, I'm gonna throttle you. I know who it is. Yeah, I'll roll for it to see if Qiro remembers.
Oh, if you remember, then Qiro remembers. It's all good.
Then out loud, while Drysrinn is fumbling, Qiro will just kind of scoot next to her and stage whisper, Udalafon.
The stranger will accept that and kind of very well. We've been sent by Udalafon. You are muted if you're speaking.
Thank you.
Come sit by the fire.
Okay. Sure.
You seem very confused as to why you're here.
No, I am anticipating danger at any moment. So
I assure you the danger has not yet come. You have not even begun. So tell me then what you are doing here.
everybody keeps asking a lot of questions about why I am going after this vestige, why I need to be here, what my motivations are. And I keep telling everybody, and it's really simple. There are evil gods doing evil things all across the planet. And I really, just really want to beat the ever living life out of them. Because they need to be gone.
Understand. The High Curator sent you here. She has her reasons. But I'll tell you this. If you wish to pass these trials, it is not by fighting evil that you will be able to win. These trials are not about destroying evil. They're about something far more important. And I hope for your sake you find out what that is before you reach the end, however that end comes. He's gonna put his hands out in front of you all, and he's just gonna sort of wave his hand. As he does, will appear 3 items sort of floating in the air before you all. He says, "This is the first part of the trial, and these are the terms of the trials to come. Each of you must accept one of these, and each one is a burden. You will look before you, and you are going to see an iron rod, a rock, and what looks almost like this fragile, like glass, like relic, like a reliquary almost. If you've ever seen what those look like, it's like a ball with like religious symbols across it. And it looks like you could crush it if you squeezed it too hard. Very fragile. So one's a stone, one's an iron rod, one is fragile. So each of you must accept one, or one of you can accept all of them, however you want it. But you 3 must carry these to the very end. You can change who carries them along the way. The only thing you cannot do is allow any of them to touch the floor or be destroyed. Carry these to the very end, complete the trials, and complete their lessons along the way. And maybe you will be found worthy by he who created the very kobold soul you serve. I'll give you your thing now, Yvaine. It's certainly been a minute. What affiliations this individual has?
So if they are connected to a particular god,
Mm,
it will let me know that.
okay. Anything else?
And it gives the standard detection of good and evil, but I know that that's just Fae, Fiend, that kind of thing. I'm more interested if they are connected to a particular individual. Believe it lets me know what that particular individual is.
Yeah, the detect evil and good isn't picking up anything, but you do know that this individual is affiliated with the Stormlord, the Knowing Mentor, and Bahamut in particular.
Okay. Interesting combination.
All of a sudden, she feels much, much better. Okay, thank you.
No problem. You all understand what I have just told you.
I do.
Yeah. The only rule is that they can't touch the ground and they can't be destroyed.
Yes, you must protect them and carry them to the end of the tomb.
Okay.
Accept them, and the way will be open to you to begin your trials.
Dry stealer's choice.
Just to be clear, what a bag of holding situation, is that against the rules?
If you wish to succeed in these trials, you must undertake them the way they're meant to be taken. Guarantee trickery will not gain you what you seek.
You know what, I figured, I just thought I'd ask.
Ian might let you get away with it, but Bahamut absolutely wouldn't.
I don't think Cord would either, honestly. I knew I was pushing a limit. I just thought I'd ask. Does anybody here have a particular feelings towards any of these, or we just gonna grab one?
I think you should take whichever you are most drawn to, and let whatever's left for Qiro and I to decide.
Okay. In that case, Drysrinn's gonna pick up or choose the iron rod.
You accept the iron rod, and the moment you take it, you kind of, and like your hand almost hits the ground, and you realize that, like, despite how small it is exceptionally heavy, and you're essentially going to be considered over encumbered as you have this iron rod on you. I believe that means your speed is reduced significantly while holding it. Oops. Oh, no, we're not going to say over encumbered. I'm going to say that while holding this, you're going to be considered to be at, like, half speed. Yeah, and one of your arms is, like, just useless if you were to enter battle, for example, because you're trying to keep it in your hand.
Would we say that's 25? Half of 55?
If you're at 55, then it becomes 25 feet. We round down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All that remains is the stone and the sort of fragile relic.
Yvaine?
I am stone and starlight. I'm equally drawn to either.
I have a feeling I know what one is. And I know that if the task is to not break them, I know which one I trust myself with.
Then take it.
She'll take the rock.
You take the rock, and as you take the rock, you feel not like Drysrinn is clearly experiencing, like, just physical weight. You feel weight, but, like, in your body, and you just feel, like, morose and like a loss of ability, and you are going to be at 2 levels of exhaustion as you hold the stone.
Okay. I'm just going to read through what that does to me really quick.
And with the one that is left, Yvaine will actually greet it.
Okay.
And say, "All right, friend. Let us do this together." And she will very gently take it.
Okay.
And hold it.
You take it? Yeah, absolutely. You take it and you hold it. And you, unlike Qiro, feel no malady become you. And You don't feel a great weight like Drysrinn. You just feel this very light, in fact, almost too light object. And you just recognize that this thing's a very fragile glass item, and it'll be upon you to ensure it doesn't break. And that'll require some ginger care, to be sure.
Well,
Out of respect, as opposed to be clear, I'm not trying to create a pillow cushion necessarily. But Yvaine is going to druidcraft almost like a little swath of moss and like lichens and things. Doesn't cover it entirely, but it just allows her to hold it without being vulgar.
Fair enough, fair enough. You will hear at some place in the cavern the sound of stone falling and opening, like a hidden door has revealed itself, now that each of you have accepted one of these. And the stranger will say, "You've all accepted a burden, and now you may enter. Carry these burdens and go with good luck. Remember, it will not be in fighting evil that you will succeed in these challenges, and magic will not be how you succeed these challenges. Good luck."
Thank you.
And you may go. You guys walk back into the dark. Oh, yep, Qiro, sorry, you have something to say?
oh, I was gonna say I didn't know if we needed a marching order or anything because the tunnels are fairly wide. Kira's gonna try to go first just a little bit.
Okay.
Just because that's what she's used to. Plus, with the bat, there's night.
Fair enough. Yeah, no marching order to say as of yet. You guys make your way down this side passage in the cavern and away from the burning fire of the stranger. And you find where the stone begins to change. It changes into like an old stone floor, and you enter into a very, very, very long hallway with no lights whatsoever, and a door appears on the end by a little flash of light, and then another, and a very localized storm just above your head begins, and the wind in the hall begins to pick up very quickly, very immediately. The hall becomes illuminated by localized lightning, and the sound in your ears is deafening. So for henceforth, you will be considered deafened for this part of the trial. You will not be able to hear anything. As you have all of your items, the wind in the hall picks up very, very much, enough that it might threaten to blow you all off of your feet. As the three of you stand in the front of the doorway, what do you do?
Okay. She knows she has to be slightly cautious and that it's gonna be hard to get through this, but she has an idea of the point is to get to the end of the hallway. And I don't think she has anything to help with it besides just going for it as fast as she can. So she'll spend all of her action, her bonus action, trying to step in the wind to just get as far into this hallway as possible.
Okay. Qiro and Yvaine, as you two are standing close to one another, maybe like shoulder to shoulder, like the wind's kind of rough, and Drysrinn, you kind of hold your rod, and you kind of lean down and take off and go as fast as you can. The further you get from your allies, immediately you feel the wind get stronger and stronger. And the moment you step to 15 feet away from your friends, you are completely lifted off your feet. There is no strength saving throw. You are thrown against the wall hard by a crosswind. And you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you start running, and then your just feet kick up and you're ragdolled across the wall and like slam into this wall over here. And yeah, you kind of fall over, just shocked by it, and you feel like a piece of paper inside of one of those like get the money while you can machines a little bit. And then you kind of get like thrown back a little towards the front of the door, and you kind of sort of stumble over there, and you kind of find the wind dies down as you get towards the back. What do Yvaine and Qiro do, as that was Drysrinn's move?
Maybe we should stay close to each other. Maybe even we'll weigh more if we can tie ourselves to each other. And if we stay close to one side, we may be able to hold on to dig in with our weight against the side of the wall. It will be very slow going.
Yvaine, you might be able to pull us through. You can't get knocked off your board, right? If you're attuned to it?
I cannot be knocked off my board if I am attuned to it.
Qiro will pull out her shield in one hand and her lash in the other hand. Then it's about you pushing forward and Drysrinn and I holding on to you. And she'll hold her shield.
Yeah, right. So let's take an hour, as I am not currently attuned to it. But if you would like to step back, it's not about magic, and that would help us to keep our feet. So
I mean, you can if you want to. I mean, do whatever you want. If you guys would rather sit back and take an hour and wait for the board instead of just trying to face the trial, you can absolutely.
I mean, I think if we secure ourselves to each other and we sort of lean into one wall or another, we move slowly with our heads down and dig in like you would if you're going uphill in a snowstorm. There is no going quickly, there is only going slowly.
Quick above table question.
A spear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Qiro.
How much rope would 10 pounds be, hypothetically? Because she has 10 pounds of rope in her bag of holding. I just don't know how much rope that is.
I mean, you could go look at your inventory and the weight of your rope would be there.
Well, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's altogether, she has 10 pounds of rope. I just don't know how long that is. I just don't know, is that enough for us to tie ourselves to each other?
Yeah, it's like 50 feet.
Yeah, that's certainly enough to tie yourselves together. You know, you could also just link arms. I mean,
all right, we could also just link arms.
It's also just to save time. And, you know.
No, all right, yeah, let's do it that way then.
Can we stick? If we're gonna go through this, can we stick Yvaine in the back and Qiro and Drysrinn shoulder to shoulder? Just because Yvaine's isn't supposed to break.
Whatever you want to do, yeah, absolutely. By all means. Yeah, you guys, yeah, absolutely. Okay, you guys all kind of link arms and kind of huddle up, and indeed, as you support one another, you're gonna have to move a little slowly for Drysrinn at 25 feet. You stay close together, you link arms, and indeed, as you move together, the wind is never strong enough. You certainly have that. I don't know if you guys have been in really intense wind where it almost feels like if you were to jump, it would, or maybe you have jumped in it and it sent you a little while. It feels like that. It feels like if you weren't leaning quite right, if you didn't have quite enough weight as much as you guys all have together, if you had decided to fuck around a little bit and jump or something like that, it might not have worked out, but as you guys sort of link arms and you all move together and, share the burden of trying to get down this hall together, you do. It is slow moving, 25 feet at a time, but, after about a minute of pushing through the harrowing wind, you guys do make it to the other end. And can kind of push open the door, absolutely. And as you push through onto the other side of the door, the wind ceases, but the rumbling of thunder and the flash of lightning does not. It seems to be illuminating the entire way through as it travels on to the next hall. And as it a piece of the ceiling is going to fall like right in front of you and scatter across the ground, and you're suddenly like, oh shit! As the door behind you closes quite tight. There was only one way but forward. What do you do?
Shield out now.
Yeah, one of these.
Because ceiling's falling. And Qiro will push forward first. Is there a light in the hallway?
Yeah, the lightning is making light for you guys. Yeah, bright light. All right, you got your shield out. Sounds like you guys are going for a little jog together down the hall. All right, the moment you turn down the hall, you're going to see that some things have collapsed. You are going to see that there are these columns of rubble that have fallen over what look to be like two animated statues. And these two animated statues look to be of people, like humanoids. And they're under the statue, like pinned. They're kind of like reaching out for freedom. Do you step over them or do you help them? The ceiling is falling.
Yeah.
Stone is slamming.
And it's chaos, but who are we if we are not defenders of people and we are getting that rock off?
Fair enough. Number one, you go up to. Is just one of you doing this, or are you all doing this? What's the plan?
Qiro will hand her shield off to Yvaine if the ceiling's still like actively falling in, and help Drysrinn move rocks.
Okay, got it. What is your combined strength score, Drysrinn and Qiro? The big number.
The strength score or the modifier?
Big number. The
29.
Oh, together 29?
Yeah.
That's really, really good. Between the two of you, yeah, Yvaine, you're trying to, keep it up there, protect yourself. And you guys start pulling the rock off of this person, and they do manage to get up and freed thanks to you guys in that round. There will, of course, be consequences for looking out for the little guy. That is going to be 11 bludgeoning damage to the three of you. The flavor there, like, Yvaine, yeah, you got it there, but, like, it only helps so much. Like, one really big chunk hits you, and you, like, hit your head off the back of the shield. But you keep on going. This person is freed, and they kind of give you a little, like it's a statue. It can't speak, but it gives you a little bow of thanks, and we'll run with you guys, sort of following you, like a city, basically. Like they're like, oh, thanks for the help. You find another one in the corner. You guys help that one as well? All right. Combined strength score is going to be just fine if we're going to keep doing the same thing. That is going to be another 11 points of bludgeoning damage to the party. Your civvy in the back, I'm going to say Yvaine's maybe helping protect this guy with the shield. He's going to be fine. This guy is freed and released as well. He gives you a little gesture of thanks. You come around the corner, you see another guy. You're going to help the third guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're helping all. Okay, this one's a little harder. It's a little bigger this time around. I will need athletics checks from Qiro and Drysrinn, or one of you at advantage. Your choice.
Okay, I'll give advantage to Qiro.
Okay.
Question. If Qiro has advantage already, and Drysrinn gives her advantage,
I would say then just both of you roll. If one of you already has advantage, roll the advantage, and the other one just roll.
Wait.
I would say Drysrinn because of your weight. I'm gonna say you have disadvantage because you're over encumbered right now.
Dirty 20.
With my exhaustion, 22.
Those are incredible rolls. Good job. Well done. Both of you just I'm working like Drysrinn. You've got one arm. Qiro, you're exhausted. You guys take this huge pillar and knock it off at this guy. And this guy is saved, and he stands up with great thanks. You three are going to take another. I just roll 11 every time. 11 more bludgeoning damage, and you'll be pleased to see that this long ass hall. There is no other people who need saving. You run your asses off down the hall trying to get to the door, and it's locked. But the civilian three will come through, and each one puts their hand on the door, and you're going to see the door kind of sort of illuminate with magic and open, and you three can go through. The civilians will be, the statues will be left behind, and they kind of bow to you, and the door closes. They're left in the falling chamber. As you enter into this chamber, I roll a little dice to see who it is. Okay. As Yvaine is holding the very, very fragile relic, you guys are going to note that Yvaine's skin almost seems to begin to become like glass. Very, very, very shiny. She doesn't lose who she is, but very, very shiny. And it seems the burden of your particular relic, Yvaine, has enhanced. Yvaine is now vulnerable to all damage. Would you all wish to continue on? Does someone want to take up Yvaine's burden or trade a burden, perhaps?
If Qiro notices that that's happening, she'll just turn around and ask Yvaine, "You want to trade?"
Of the three of us, I'm the least well off to take damage.
I'll be fine. And she'll take the relic. She'll be very careful with it, and if the moss stays, she'll kind of like cradle it, and she'll take it and hand Yvaine the rock.
Yvaine's been handling this thing like a baby. Like she's even held it that way.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent.
Is there time / does magic work enough that I could cast a second level Cure Wounds on Yvaine?
You could certainly try. You were told by the stranger magic will not help you on this trial, though.
Yeah, that's not.
As you two exchange relics, Qiro, you have this relief, like you could finally pull air into your lungs again, and you've got all your energy back, and it's great. But you do suddenly feel a little too buoyant, a little too light, a little vulnerable to damage. And you've got to be very careful with your little guy. As for you, Yvaine, you just suddenly get hit by 2 levels of exhaustion. But yes, you have traded your relics. Very good. Continuing up the stairs, as you sort of make your way up, I'm going to say, Qiro, I want you to make me an acrobatics check to move very carefully so that you don't bang off of anything and crack your skin, your glass skin.
$23.
Yes, you very gingerly, very carefully feeling your fragility, like every foot you put on the ground is not done with too much force so as not to break your feet. You're very careful not to bump your shins into the step ahead of you so as not to, or your toes, so as not to break your shins or toes. You're very careful to move, as every step is one that requires care. And you guys, oh yeah, please.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think seeing how Yvaine handled it, the fur that she has across her shoulders, she'll take off and kind of wrap around it just as kind of like an extra layer of padding. And as counterintuitive as it feels for her, I think she'll have her shield out kind of just over it, out of an overabundance of caution.
Fair enough. As you guys get to the top door, it is not locked or anything. You open it right up. And as you enter into this hall, it's seemingly empty for about a moment, until sort of coming down from the ceiling, hitting the ground enough to rumble the entire ground like thunder in and of itself, you are going to see this massive, like 15-foot tall, broad, just monster of stone and lightning crackling across its various joints, and it slams its fists on the ground. What do you do? There is a side passage to the left. This is your trial, Drysrinn.
Does her draconic flight count as magic, or is that just something she can do because of ancestry?
That's part of your ancestors. That's part of your body. If you wanted to take flight.
Cool. Yeah. I think Drysrinn's gonna fully pop out the wings and try and play distraction.
Okay.
She's gonna get as far away from it as she can. Try and avoid it the best as possible. She'll spend a key point so that way she can do Step of the Wind, but have disengage and the other stuff to try not to be hit as possible.
Got it. So you take flight. It's slamming its fists into the ground, and as you fly away from the party, that's when it looks up, and it then sort of becomes hostile, and it is going to attack you, Drysrinn, as you take flight. So I will be asking for initiative at this point.
$23
All right.
for Drysrinn.
23 for Drysrinn, excellent. What'd you get, Yvaine? What'd you get?
No, shit. I didn't even actually roll because I wasn't sure if I was in this. Let me look at that.
Yeah, sorry, everybody rolled this, yeah.
No, 14.
14. And Qiro, how'd you do?
And 18.
18. Okie dokie, 18. Okay, so Drysrinn. What you said will be your turn, and I think that makes sense. You're going first. So you pop out your wings, disengage, dash all the 9 yards, and you're gonna go right over into the corner away from the party kind of thing? Like 50 feet this way? Was that the plan?
Whichever way is the most helpful to be a distraction so they can get into the hallway themselves before she can fly there.
Understood. So yeah, that'll probably be this way because it takes the attention off of the hall everyone's trying to get to. Understood. Okay. Qiro, what about you, my fragile friend?
How far away is the hallway?
The hallway is it's from where you're standing, it would be, we're gonna call that 35 feet to like get to that stone right there, and then continue down the hallway.
Can she take her 30 feet? Can she try to be backed up against the wall next to the hallway? She doesn't want to go in the hallway yet, but she wants to be backed up next to the hallway so she can send Phantom down the hallway because he can go 60 feet.
So you want to be like over here, with your back against the wall, like next to the hallway? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Just to make sure everyone else can get in.
Got it. You make your way over there, put your back against the wall. Do you have an action or bonus action?
I think summoning Phantom is a bonus action. Summoning my familiar is a bonus action. Do I have to give him my action, or does he take a separate turn?
I think it takes a separate turn. He just can't attack. I believe it says it on the familiar stat block.
Communicate telepathically, bonus action. Oh, it's a bonus action. You can see through their eyes. It's not summoning. So no, she would send him 60 feet down the hallway because that's the end of their range, and then use her bonus action to try to see down the hallway.
Okay, so you blind yourself in and he'll go down the hall and be like, "There's a big door! There's a big fucking door!"
How far down the hallway?
From where you're currently like, if you were to go for a run to try and get there, it would be 35 feet.
Okay. She doesn't have a bonus action anymore. Actually, no, she'll use her action to cast Cure Wounds on herself.
Okay, then you do so. Go right ahead.
And no, I think that's the end of her turn.
Understood. That is going to bring us to the monster in and of itself. It is going to roar angrily, and if this thing could have personality, it would. Like, it was certainly like making a show of itself, but when you flew away, Drysrinn, from the rest of the party, it kind of like roared almost offendedly, like, ah, like I can't believe this kind of thing. And as it does so, it's going to slam its fist into the ground, and along the sort of like lines of the cobblestone is going to be like lightning, and it is going to cast Slow. Yeah, I'm going to need a big old wisdom save from Yvaine and Qiro, please. Thank you.
$25.
Okay. I've come to expect very good wisdom saves there.
Nat 20 for a 21.
Beautiful. Yeah, okay, you guys both save. Very excellent. The creature is, I think, going to... It seemed its attention was first drawn to Drysrinn, and then as you ran away, Qiro, its attention was drawn to you. And I think it is sort of most angry with probably Drysrinn. It's going to run over to you, Drysrinn. It's going to bring up a mighty fist and swing it at you. That one is going to be a 28. You are going to take... You're going to take 20 force damage and 15 force damage, which is just like pure magical, like electric force hits you. And then it's going to turn around to you, Qiro, and it's going to grab some lightning in its hand. It's going to throw magical lightning at you. It's going to do a force bolt. This will be a yeah?
If I sentinel, if it tries to leave my rage, and I grapple it, does that stop it from being able to attack or no?
No.
Because I have the grappler, which restrains it.
You could... Oh, it wouldn't... No. So what would happen is... Sentinel's a response to something happening. So it would get the attack off first, and then as a like retaliation, you get to do these things against it. Yes. So if you want to, you absolutely can go for it. I'm going to go ahead and take my attack against Qiro first. You can have disadvantage because it has an enemy within 5. You avoid a natural 20 because they rolled a disadvantage. However, that is still going to be a 26 to hit.
That still hits.
You, my very vulnerable friend, are going to take... it's going to be 26, which is going to grow up to become 52 points of damage. Because you are vulnerable. And as it hits you in the chest, like glass cracks across your entire form and body. Like even your eyes, like now it's like broken glass looking through it. Your whole body cracked. You got hit pretty hard. I want you to roll me a sleight of hand check in order to maintain holding the relic while you've been harmed in this way.
I'm using this dice for the rest of the night. I just rolled another nat 20.
You have like a full like you know when you like drop something and it's like this, it's a whole journey as it's like flying through the air. You like and you like grab it on the end of your foot like a soccer player and like scoop it out, and you manage to save it.
In that moment, I imagine she remembers trying to not drop stuff off the side of a ship because her mom would make her go in after it. And then catch up.
That. I imagine Qiro was that kid who never did what they were told because they're a little stinker.
Oh, absolutely.
Where you've got like your toy playing off the side of the boat, and your dad's like, "You're gonna drop it. Don't do that." And you're like, and then you drop it, and your mom would throw it. Just like, there you go. That sounds hilarious.
Absolutely. She was that little sister.
Incredible. Okay, that is our big bad. Oh, sorry, Drysrinn, you had a sentinel attack.
25.
I think that'll hit. Yep, that'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Just
Did you just bah at me? You just hit me with the
No,
bah?
No, I went but in my own little world over here.
Nice.
7 force damage because I can choose to do that.
All right, you hit it with a little 7 force damage. I will say, my friend, that was a drop in the bucket. What would you like to do with your turn, Yvaine?
First thing I'd like to do is roll my woe or wheel, which is a 19 as an odd, so that's a woe. Huzzah.
Okay.
That actually, it almost never works out that way. Yeah, so I would like to cast Banishment on this thing for a DC 20 save, and he can take a D6 off whatever he rolls.
Okay. Understood.
Magic may not save these, but I'm not going to let him beat up my friends.
Oh, that was the wrong dice size I was using there. Hang on. That is going to be... It's a charisma saving throw?
Yes, sir.
Damn. That is going to be a 19 to save.
That will not do it.
As you cast this magic on him, you try and send him away. Various runes across its body sort of glow, and it seems this creature is particularly resistant to the power of magic. Is there anything else you've able to do?
Yeah, I guess run to the hallway.
Run to the hallway, okay. So 30 feet gets you right next to Qiro. Is that good with you?
Sure.
Okay, that'll bring us to Drysrinn's turn. Drysrinn, you're up to bat. Drysrinn.
Oh, I
What
want.
would you like to do?
I know. I'm gonna cast, if possible. I would like to throw a cure wounds on myself.
You
We'll
most
see if
certainly can.
that's right. Wonderful. And as a bonus action, she's going to try and step of the wind and get to the hallway with the rest of the others.
All right. 25. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to, do you want to be with? You said get to the hallway with my friends. Do you want to be with your friends or further down the hall?
No, just with the friends. With
Okay.
my friends.
Got it. You fly 40 feet down. You're gonna end your turn at 40 feet, and as you get there, and the creature sort of turns around, it does seem to like kind of calm a little bit. It is still very much like being it's on the ground, but it's a little bit more like a territorial like gorilla telling you to like not come any closer, or like a panther stalking its prey, rather than something actually striking and attacking. And now that you can see down the hallway, you will notice like the moment you come within 5 feet of both of your allies, the door at the end of the hall, you hear this like this lock unlatching sound. Qiro, what do you do on your turn?
If he seems okay, or at least not murdery at the second, she's just going to inch around the corner, and as soon as she's clear of the doorway, just take giant steps towards the door.
Okay, you kind of make your way around the way. The thing is kind of, and then the moment you like take off away from Qiro, you hear the door at the end of the hall lock, and the creature go ah, and it roars in anger again, prepares to be aggressive.
Okay, fine. She'll go stand back next to Drysrinn, where she was before.
You move back towards Drysrinn. You hear the door unlock again, and the creature like goes back to chilling out. And on its turn, it is going to like approach you all, and it's going to like stand over you all and like look like at any moment it could just pummel one of you. But it does not take an action on its turn. Yvaine?
Not going to do anything.
No? You don't want to move closer to the door or anything?
No, I'm not going to move.
Okay. Drysrinn, what would you like to do?
Drysrinn's gonna hand out an elbow to her two friends and be like, and all together now. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Does everybody take an arm and link arms?
We will do down this hallway if we have to.
Okay. I will say that will end initiative. You guys all link arms and move together as one. And as you move together as one, the creature does like, scarily follow you all, kind of stalk you down the hall, but it makes no aggressive action. And as soon as you put your hand on the door, Drysrinn, the creature kind of like really sort of chills out and kind of makes its way back down the hall and away from all of you. And you can open the doors and see the end of your trial. You open the door, flames alight throughout the hall, and you are going to see the antechamber, the innermost place, this most sacred place, the inside of the tomb. There is this like beautiful interior basin that is like spilling water around, with like cobalt blues all sort of decorated in with the like this almost ingrained in fountain. The walls are a little bit damaged. but you come to this sort of final sarcophagus, and on the top of it is definitely like a relief, like what you might see on the top of like an Egyptian sarcophagus or like a knight's sarcophagus or something like that. And on it, you are going to see this like to be clear, it's a huge sarcophagus. It meant for like a Goliath or something, but the impression is that of a dragon. It is this broad, like almost alligator-like, monstrous-looking dragonborn who is sort of laid resting. He is wearing what looks to be like ancient, sort of like monkly robes, and across his chest isn't, or sorry, not his chest, across his waist is the only thing that isn't actually like engraved stone. It is this fur-lined leather belt that sort of lays across the top of the sarcophagus. And inscribed on either side of the lid, it said, "I carried the weak because no one else could. If you would walk my road, you will carry this weight too." What do you do?
Drysrinn's gonna approach very, very slowly. And then once she gets like within 5 feet, she's actually gonna drop to one knee and start a prayer in Draconic to Horde. Giving her thanks, appreciation, and then probably starts going down a rabbit hole of a whole bunch of things, but she's gonna take a minute to say a prayer.
Understood. Say your prayer. Do you wish to just say more of what's in that prayer, or do you just kind of take an elongated moment with various?
Well, for a minute, she's going to take a long moment, and then she will end it with, "I am glad to walk in this path with you. I dare not call you my brother specifically, but you are of the same ancestry, and I am honored to walk this line. Thank you." And that's how she'll end it.
Excellent. Magnificent prayer. You stand at the sarcophagus of this beastly dragonborn. If it matters, there will certainly be the name of this person, whoever they were. And it says, "Here lies the first High Curator of the Cobalt Soul, Crocus, bearer of the Stormgirdle, survivor of the Calamity." Do you take the belt?
She takes a long second, and then she will turn to Yvaine and Qiro and ask for their burdens first.
She'll hand hers over. Burn all.
Same.
Take all these burdens into yourself, the weight of exhaustion upon your shoulders. You already have this physical weight of what must be carried, the fragility of something sacred and precious.
Once she has everything, she will gently go to pick up the Stormgirdle.
Put your hand on the Stormgirdle. These burdens sort of vanish. The essence of what they are, gone. Symbolic, as you understand what they mean and you will carry them with you, perhaps more symbolically than literally going forward. You have faced these trials, you have done so with friends you love and trust, as you put your hand, accepting the burdens to come with this thing. It releases to its second wielder. You are now the wielder of the Stormgirdle, the relic of the Storm Lord himself and Crocus, the first curator of the Cobalt Soul. You take this girdle into your hands, you feel lightning surge through it, accepting you, wishing to attune to you. You feel this belt possesses raw power beyond anything you could have imagined. And you may indeed add a dormant Stormgirdle to your inventory. You can attune to that when you're ready.
Actually, I think she would ask if we could wait the hour to attune to it here in front of Sir. I can talk.
In this sacred place, you wanna do it here.
Yes.
Yes. Understood. You most certain. That's up to your party, of course. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah.
Okay.
While she's taking that hour, can Qiro look at the chamber? Are there other, like the last gym we were in, there were murals and they told like a story and everything. Is there anything like that in here?
Absolutely. And over the course of the hour, as maybe Drysrinn is sort of taking prayer, becoming one with the belt, understanding the belt, yeah, you guys can look around. You're going to see iconography of this individual at this time. I assume Yvaine, ever the scholar, would wish to do the same. This Dragonborn like I said, was like a monster, just like built like a crocodile, and seems to have been like a white dragon. And it shows sort of at its origins, lost its ability to use its breath weapon. He was sort of more disadvantaged than other Dragonborn, despite his great physical power. It starts with him. You know what? I will say this. I'm not to plug Critical Role or anything, but if you wish to learn the story of Crocus, the wielder of the Stormgirdle, you can always tune in with Exandria Unlimited Divergence and learn the story of one of the party members who gained this relic directly from the Stormlord and went off to be a part of the final days of the Calamity and the building of the Divine Gate and sort of the ending of those terrible days. But if you want, I'll give you a little overview. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone though. Does anyone care about that kind of content spoilers?
Watched it extensively.
Oh, okay, good. So you know what's up. You know what's up. Essentially, you would know that Crocus, as a young boy, he made many friends, but his story really starts at his imprisonment. There was this. He witnessed a battle between the Strife Emperor and Melora the Wild Mother, and it allowed him to be freed from imprisonment of essentially the Strife Emperor. He was a prisoner and slave and was freed alongside a number of other survivors. After many trials, he came to witness the Storm Lord himself, who informed him that the gods were leaving to build the Divine Gate and granted him the Stormgirdle that he might use it to protect the people that they were leaving behind, as they would need champions to do such good works. And he faced many challenges and he faced many trials and did good and evil. He met many heroes. He had many trials and challenges. He nearly died a couple times. Friends died around him. He met gods. He made his way all the way to Vasselheim, and we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that for now. And if you want to catch the crazy conclusion, you can go check it out on YouTube. But after you guys kind of read through this inspiring story of what is to basically be taken away, the most important parts is that this was a person who was a little dim was not terribly smart, but had a great instinct for compassion. And their journey is filled with instances of like carrying children on his back across like wastelands and helping the innocent, not out of some great paladin philosophy, but just out of it's what you do when you have strength. Um, and in the end, he ended up finding a relic that was deeply important to the people who would eventually become to known as the monks of the Cobalt Soul. And he ended up building the first Cobalt Soul cell right here, which would later become to known as Rexentrum. And then he was laid to rest here after his death. And in the end, Drysrinn, after prayer, feeling the Stormgirdle, you have been a person of great faith. And I think the Stormgirdle is not terribly unlike Crocus himself. It is not a thing of great philosophy. It is not a thing of great consideration. It is raw, and it is potent, and it is powerful. And as you attune to it, you feel a mighty strength course through you. Your strength increases tenfold, maybe not even an exaggeration. You become stronger than any mortal man. You gain power over lightning and thunder like never before. You become very much so the avatar of the Stormlord and feel the essence of his power channel through you. You have lost battles important to you in the past, but you have kept coming back. And that's something the Stormgirdle could never give you. Now you have the power to do both. You arise mighty like never before. Stormgirdle claimed. Okay. I'm sure there might be something to follow, but I think that's an opportune time to take a break. And when we come back, we will find our way back to Rexentrum and unite the party once more. I am a bard. Okay. Guys. Well, we're gonna stick with the three best friends very briefly. Because there's something worth celebrating. We've got a freaking vestige! Yeah, imagine Drysrinn turns around with a whole coat on, the belt on, or whatever. Yeah, what happens next, guys? You guys, the vestige has been claimed. What happens next with you all? The door opens at the back of the room, and you leave whenever you choose.
Do you think we should tell the others? And I'm sure everyone will want to celebrate.
They might throw Drysrinn a parade.
I don't think a parade is necessary, honestly. I do agree we should go tell everybody, get together, have a chat, see what they've been up to. And we can celebrate, obviously, just maybe no parades.
Paradeless we shall go.
All right. You guys head out that door, leaving it behind. You will notice that there's a bit of a rock wall that has been opened. And as you walk through, the doors behind you close, and you hear multiple rock walls slide close. The one behind you, the one that led to the trials, and the stranger and his firelight are gone. You may leave the tomb of Crocus behind. And head back out to the surface, breathe the air, and as you do so, Drysrinn, the ozone in the air feels, it's more sensory now. Like I said, you're very much a person of like faith and physicality. The belt is very primal, and the element of storm is very primal, and you feel it tangibly, like a sixth sense. It is yours to command with the belt. And you all may take that couple-hour trip down the road with victory in your hearts and find your way back to Rexentrum. Sure enough, Qiro, Drysrinn, Yvaine, you will make your way through the city. If you go back to the Cobalt Soul, there'll be, yes, we have we have a message for you from the Ember as the Finch and Guard. Yes, you are to meet them at a place and time. And you can go to that place and time, which is the inn I previously described. You go to, yeah, you guys find your way to the Camaroth cottage, and we'll say at that point is when the group kind of unites. You find your way into this beautiful 2-story inn, and Ember will say, I'll leave it to you. I'll say that Lord Estrix was like, well, I must be going and making certain preparations in order. If he bids you goodbye, would you insist he stays or let him go?
No, by no means. I understand he's a busy man. I'm grateful that he stopped by and looked in on me.
Fair enough. Yeah, and he says, well, we'll be seeing each other again very soon, I presume. As soon as I make do with my contacts. Good luck, my friend. He'll
Thank you, sir.
shake your hand, and he'll find his way out. And maybe an hour or two later, or more, all of your friends will unite into this very tavern, and you will all notice that Drysrinn has a exceptional new fashion feature.
We're
Drysrinn's
going to have
just
to
gonna
build the
stand up.
outfits around that because that's too much.
I agree. It's made out of, like, it feels really nice, but like real flashy. No one's gonna miss the message of court though, because it has a giant symbol of it, so.
I get the feeling by the end of this, all of us will look like very distinct individuals. And Kira will kind of look at Yvaine's diadem and then at Drys's belt. There's a theme going.
Vestiges ain't meant to be small, shall we call them. Not meant to be obscure.
So what do we do now?
Well, that's the big question. Finch indicated that they needed some oracular assistance. But I don't know what that is going to entail. But we know that the soul is still prepping a ship, so and we don't know a whole lot about the art chart piece, so I would think the oracular assistance is probably the order of the day, assuming that we're, and by we're I mean Yvaine has the oracular assistance that Finch needs, and they're not too spent after whatever ordeal was just ordealed.
No. No, we should move forward. I'm fine.
But those are just my thoughts.
Would require another journey to Vasselheim.
Hear the grumbling over there.
A short jaunt away.
It's an intercontinental vacation, okay?
Toodaloo.
Toodles.
Need that hat. Bev's hat.
I've still got the hat.
Not so silly anymore.
It's still very silly, actually. Well, so silly, in fact, that I'm definitely going to say I took it to a magic shop in the city to have the magic changed over. I didn't think we'd be leaving so fast. It should be done in the morning.
Well, in that case, we should go in the morning then.
It is late anyway. You guys are like, oh.
Of course.
More time to celebrate.
I could run over and just throw a little extra gold at them and make it go faster. That seems to work quicker. Throwing gold at merchants tends to make things happen.
It's late. We should rest. We can do it in the morning.
Yes, I don't think any of us is traveling to Vasselheim right now.
Okay. I will say.
How do you want to celebrate your victory, Drysrinn? We could go find someone for you to punch. I'm certain that they would not like it, but that does seem to be your particular idiom.
After what happened the last time, I don't think that'd go over well.
Oh, I
And the last guy was
depends
trained.
on who gets punched.
As fun and up my alley that is, I do think maybe we keep it tamer with just a lot of alcohol and some good stories.
Well, in that case, the first round's on me. More brandy.
Alrighty then. Oh.
Okay, beautiful. You guys can certainly get some drinks. As for staying in this cozy inn, let me tell you a little bit about prices. Yeah, this is going to be considered a comfortable inn stay. It's going to be 8 silver for the night.
8 by 5 by 6. I got it.
I was going to say Vagoth has sort of vanished. Maybe the last time you guys saw them, they were sort of nose deep in a book in the Cobalt Soul library. So you probably know where that individual's at. But yeah, you guys can do that. And if you want to bring drinks to the table to celebrate the victory, depends what you guys want. If you guys want some mugs of ales, that's 4 copper a piece, or you can do 2 silver for a gallon and just start, have a big old pitcher of it. You do wine as well. There's a variety of options.
Drysrinn, I think, is just going to throw a
actually,
gold down.
The drink that I'm bringing to the table is brandy with the Exandria version of a Carolina Reaper slice placed in the brandy.
Oh no. Okay. And so you do, no problem. Yeah, that comes served to the table nicely. Drinks are filled, and take it away.
To Drysrinn, champion of court.
To Drys.
Con saves. Everybody make physical con saves for their bodies. You may take advantage or disadvantage if you think your character is particularly experienced with spicy foods or not. Entirely up to you.
Drysrinn got a 15.
22 is what? Damn, Yvaine, you like spicy foods. 15, got it.
Qiro got a 24.
20, Jesus. And Finch, I'm sure it's going to be very hard for you.
It's 23.
And I do believe Finch has an aura regardless, if I'm not mistaken.
I do, yeah.
So all of you are like, as you feel the aura of Finch making your tongues less, susceptible to all of this. I'll say my 20s and highers, you're like, oh, like it's got a kick, but you're like, oh, you bear through. You're like, oh, that's
actually
got a lot.
good.
Like you're, if we're talking Carolina Reaper, I'm gonna say you guys are definitely like tearing up and red faced, but you're like, I got this, baby, I got this. 15 and up, it's like you only kind of want to die, but not. But you're good. You're okay. It's hurting, and you're chugging water, and you're like, yeah. Below that, come on, Beverly. No, she's good. And then I think nobody rolled below 15, so I think we're good after that. So by 15s, the 20s are like, oh, yeah, I got it. It's fine. And then my 20s are above are like, you're surviving.
Ember, this seems to be a theme of yours. I like it. It hurts, but I like it.
It empties out the sinus passages. It opens up the head. It's good for circulation.
Sure.
Beverly, who's like crying, is like, this is helping? Helping? Ha. Ha.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great.
And the best part is after you finished with the brandy, you have a perfectly good pickled pepper to eat.
I'm picturing Beverly bringing it to her tongue and just like licking it, like, yeah.
Doing a little taster.
Yeah. Just a single seed falls on her tongue, and she's like,
no. Yeah, Beverly, she's doing okay, but she's still hurting. She definitely didn't roll below 20. She's hurting a bit. She's crying, definitely tears.
Kiro's gonna look at Drysrinn. You don't drink. How much do you want to drink tonight?
Fun question. I'm thinking, just maybe, I don't remember the next 3 hours. That sounds like a goal to me.
I can do the next 3 hours. Anybody else want to hop on the train?
yeah, let's go, baby. Got my
How
aura
tall
protection.
is Drysrinn? 6.5. Qiro will get Finch and Qiro will get Finch and her 4 shots apiece. She'll get Drysrinn 6.
Nice, yes.
Listen, there's magic somewhere. You'll be fine. And then like an ale for each of them, and she'll pay that out of her own gold, however much it is.
Nice.
And then she'll grab the first shot, look at Dryce, look at Finch, and go, there's no shame in losing. Cheers. And she'll tap the first one, and let's go.
Let's go.
She's a water genasi. But no, whoever finishes their 4 shots, we'll do the shots. We'll do the shots because Ember already hurt us with the brandy.
All right, so this is whoever can down the shots the fastest?
Yes, she's used to. Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's do this. How best to do this? I think this is a matter of constitution. You know, loosening up the throat and like letting the burn pass you by. Okay. Who here is particularly experienced with alcohol? I think Qiro being a pirate, yeah, you probably got your throat like burned free of any concern when you were like 12.
He is used to winning these competitions.
Got it. Okay. For that purpose, I'll give the pirate advantage. Fair enough. And who here is, and Drysrinn, you're particularly not experienced with alcohol?
Correct.
Okay.
She's maybe had like a couple of like celebratory drinks before, but she doesn't get drunk on purpose.
Got it. So very novice to drinking. We'll call you, if you're a novice, we'll call it disadvantage, in fairness. If Finch, you're in on this, what about you? I feel like you grew up with brothers and
I was
soldiers.
gonna say I have brothers, and yeah, so I feel like, you know, maybe I can be the neutral in between.
Yeah, the mid-tier. I feel that. Okay, so you go for a straight roll. All right, let's color con saves. Go for it, folks.
And everyone gets +2 on your con saves because of my aura of protection.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Finch is inspiring even while drinking.
Hell yeah.
You said +2?
It's +2, yeah. That's good.
Drysrinn has a 21 with that.
Woo!
Good.
She rolled a 14.
Qiro's got a 26.
Nice.
Ooh. Finch, Endegar.
23.
God, you guys are like, this is Olympic champion fucking. And to be clear, you guys, all three of you, regardless, just boom, boom, boom. Like it's fast. Like all of you, it's people are like, oh my god, like hidden talents. These guys must be up. They're above level 10 adventurers. And so you guys all, regardless of experience levels, pound these shots really quickly. Qiro, I believe you rolled a 26. You said who rolled a 2
All together, yeah.
Okay. It is, I would say, if you're all rolling above 20, I say Qiro wins on the 26th, the rest of you are lower than that, but it's close. It's very, very close. It's like, you hear the like, it's literally like that close. It's like 1, 2, 3. And it's very fast. Maybe you, Pirate, are surprised by how quick.
I was gonna say Qiro's head whips around to look at Drysrinn because Finch, there is an element of surprise to Finch that Qiro was just expecting. She was expecting for Drysrinn to choke 2 shots in. She's proud she didn't. I'm rubbing off on you. I'll take it. But no, after that, she'll lift her hand to the 3 of them and go, nice. And look at Drysrinn specifically. I know you have it in you, kid.
I think, if anything, I've proven that I am entirely too stubborn to quit at something.
Oh, absolutely. But it earned you a sick new belt. So, one of your better qualities, I'd say.
Thank you. This is gonna be fun for the next. Okay. Uh-huh. And that's all she's got before she's like slurring words.
That was fast. Hey, I don't know, man. Apparently your constitution's pretty fucking high. Roll me a con save to see how those shots are sitting with you.
Okay.
What's your? Oh, you got like a +5, dude. You don't even.
I have a
feel
20.
Those shots. You don't even feel those shots.
Okay.
You need like. How I do drinking is like your modifier is how many drinks you can have before you even start to feel anything. So you're probably doing great.
It's part of the reason, like, just because she can't get drunk, it takes a second. And I think it's part of the metabolism she's developed as a monk. It's just like, yeah, this is burning off real quick.
Yeah. You beat me to it. I was about to say, as a monk, your body is a temple. You're built to take poison and everything. You're good. Isn't there a thing about poisons when it comes to monks?
It is a thing I think later.
Oh, okay.
Because she's 4-8 right now, cleric 4, monk 8. So once she gets once she's level, I think 12 to 14 in monk,
You're working
it gets a
towards it either
little
way.
crazy.
Yeah, your body's
Yeah.
starting to get there. It's working towards it. Incredible. I'll say the bartender, the barkeep, will come on over. Just some Gwendolian sort of bar maker goes, you drink so very fast, yeah? You want some more? You want some more shots, yeah?
Qiro will look at Drysrinn.
Like I said, Drysynn's just gonna put down a gold and be like, I don't know what this buys, but whatever it does, we're drinking it.
Oh, very good, yeah. I'll bring you some many drinks. I'll be right back. Hello. I'll say she's totally dressed what is it? What's the German drinking day thing? What's that called again? I never remember.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she's fully like Oktoberfest. Like, this is like your classic like blonde with pigtails and the like busty barmaid.
It's very Sound of Music.
Yeah, very Sound of Music. So
There's Lederhosen on the wall.
You put out a gold. She will come back. You wanted shots? She'll come back. I'll say with just that. She comes back with like 3 more shots. She goes, I bought you the top shelf stuff, yeah? Good, easy, good stuff, yes? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to say bar rail cheap shit? Are you trying to get the slammed?
She is.
This is slammed.
You trying to get the slammed? Oh, my apologies. She'll take one of the shots and do it, and be like, she just puts her back. She goes, I go get you something more suitable, and she will leave, and she'll come back with 3 more shots that are not quite as amber, but still whiskey. And she'll be like, yes, there you go, proper shot doing shots.
Cheers.
There you go.
You said, how many shot would you consider a shot a drink? And if so, how many did you say before we have to worry about constitution stuff?
So yes, absolutely. So 1 beer, 1 glass of wine, or 1 shot, and that is a great way to think about it for as far as driving and BMI or blood levels go and everything like that. But yes, a shot counts as a drink, absolutely. So your con modifier is how many you can have before you even need to start rolling con saves.
That shot was number 5.
You can check.
But it is also worth noting, Qiro gave Drysrinn 6 the first time because she just assumes she's got weird stuff going on. I don't know if that helps anything, but she did make sure that she had more than everybody else.
I love that this. Now I'm taking stock of it. I love how this whole party has like +4, +5 con. Like everybody built.
We are very scared of dying.
There was a lot of dying in the beginning there. I feel like all of us have silvery barbs somehow too.
Yeah,
we discovered there was a combat. I think there was a combat. We all had stuff where it was like 3 turns before somebody took an opportunity attack. We were like, no, thank you.
Understood. I have like a whole drinking system. I have like, if you guys are having a full night of drinking, I've got a full system for all of that. So I'll just say keep track of it on your sheet. Mark off like, we'll call her 4 copper a shot or mug of it, just to make life easy. And just say whenever you take a shot, and I'll be sure to help you get sloshed. It is a fun system. You get to roll for drunk personalities at a certain point.
The best.
It is the best. It is the best. I'm gonna say Beverly was keeping up with you guys, but doesn't have as quite. Oh fuck! She will now want to meet me.
no.
So she's immediately like, "It's such a cool belt. Wow." Sorry, I'm just feeling it all of a sudden.
I know
Yeah.
I for sure got to roll at least 1 because my modifier is 4, and I've had at least 5.
Yeah. Roll me a con save.
I'll take that. A 19 for a 27.
Yeah, you're just fine. You're just fine.
This is her day job. Like 3 days a week.
Beverly goes, "Oh, I know a great game that people could do. It's a getting to know everybody game, where what you do is you ask somebody a question, and they can either drink or answer. And then if they answer or drink, they get to ask somebody a question, whatever they want."
I'm game.
Cool. Who starts? Drysrinn, you should start because you got the belt.
I should start because I got the belt. Okay.
Ask anyone you want a question, whatever you want.
Let's see. Let's. Beverly,
Yeah.
do you have any crushes on anybody?
She she plows that drink back immediately. She looks around at the table of very hot people because that's how it works with adventuring parties. Everybody's hot. She fails and she's going to be considered drunk. Just like, sorry, I drank that so fast. Okay, I get to ask a question. Oh, okay. Ember, do you like your patron? Do you think your patron's like nice and cool to you and everything?
He is. He is cordial, but he is someone who has wants and desires just like everybody else. And he expects a return on the investment of his power.
That sounds fair. Sounds very fair. I guess. Okay, your turn to ask anyone a question.
Yvaine, when are you going to tackle your red man and take him to a church?
I am not. Finch. In all of history, if there is anyone you could try your strength against, at absolute a magical box that allowed you to smite and be absolutely as everything you can be, with the understanding that when it was all over, the pieces could be put back together, and the person, whoever was involved, the people involved, would be able to be returned to good health. But in the spirit of absolute testing yourself in competition, any entity Past or present? Past or present? Who would you want to test yourself against?
Oh, that's so hard. Who would I pick? I fought against my brothers too many times. I think Finch has definitely already had a couple, so they would just look at you and say, I mean, I gotta say Bahamut himself, right?
Yeah,
You gotta know! You gotta know!
Beverly's fully like, hey, yeah. She makes a treat to that. I'll
Sure.
treat to that.
No, I appreciate that. That's amazing. Yeah. Yvaine hasn't touched her drink all night, save that first drink to Drysrinn, and she'll have her second sip to that.
Amazing. Beverly's hammered in this moment. She
lays under the table.
She's I'm gonna roll her drug personality now. Apparently there's only one. Oh, perfect. Okay, let's continue. She kind of is like, she's like very happily drunk, and she's like kind of looking around the table at everybody.
I love that. We're still doing our questions game.
Yeah.
Are you doing good over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Quick question: who's sitting beside Beverly? I gotta know.
I have to imagine. Oh, good.
Good. I was gonna say, maybe Finch would.
I feel that. Yeah. Big idol. She'd sit beside Beverly. Is anyone sitting next to Beverly on the other side?
Like me in between, in a sandwich, a Beverly sandwich.
Yeah, is she a Beverly sandwich, or is she on the end?
Oh God.
I guess probably. I just assume that Qiro, Drysrinn, and Beverly are just, if you find one, you usually find both of the other ones.
Qiro, Drysrinn, and Beverly. Okay, fair enough. Why don't we put Beverly in the middle?
Yeah,
we'll toss Qiro on the other side, and we'll put Drysrinn across from the two of them, so that you guys can see each other. And then we'll have Yvaine in the middle there, and Ember on the end, just next to Yvaine. Cool. Just had to know. Okay, yeah. She goes, okay. You have to ask a question now. Or was that the question? Am I doing okay? That can't be the question. There's gotta be better questions out there, right?
Finches their eyebrows. They just raise their eyebrows. Are you sure you're doing all right there?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bev, is the room moving?
Yeah.
A lot or a little?
Not too much. A bit. Just a bit. It's better if I put my head a little to the side.
Oh.
Don't fall. How much?
I'm sitting down.
Yeah, you are. I just don't want that to change. How much does Beverly have left in her cup? Because we've been going at this for a little bit.
She just refilled it, so.
Oh God. Okay.
She's like, get on my level, bitches. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know where that came from.
Maybe it was the sword.
No, I haven't been listening to the sword tonight.
Probably for the best. I'm sure he has some very colorful things to say about tonight, but he'll have time to say them tomorrow.
Her Beverly being like smashed is that considered poisoned?
I mean, alcohol is a poison, yeah. But she's hammered, but she's not like gonna puke or rolling all over. You know what I mean? I'd say she's in the wave, if a little on the one side than the other. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm just keeping an eye.
Yep.
We both are.
Yep.
Well,
she's in the
Finch,
she's in
I
the
think.
very. Oh, go ahead. Oh no, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say what Beverly said. Finch, it's your turn.
It's so hard. Qiro, do you like your patron?
In I guess as much as one likes the goddess of death and fate and destiny, I owe her my life about twice over. So I don't think like or dislike for that matter ever really factored into it. She's been kind to me and she's helped me do some really great things for some people that needed it. So yeah, I guess. But I mean, she's still a god.
As Qiro is finishing that story, Finch is going to pull out a pamphlet and say, "Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Bahamut?" And they're going to slide the pamphlet over to them. And then that card from earlier is going to like flutter out of their thing and they're going to like grab it quickly out of the air.
As Finch tries to promote Bahamut, Drysrinn's just gonna crackle lightning and be like, no. If anybody else gets Qiro, it gets to be the Storm Lord.
Oh, God.
If it helps. I'm spoken for.
No, what just happened?
And for my like and dislike of the Raven Queen, she's possessive. At least the last time we spoke.
What just happened? I can't turn anything off because I can't find anything. My screen has done this. I lost. I don't know how I got here. Hold on. I'm just gonna. Where's the.
All right, I'm back.
Yay.
Yeah.
And keep her going if you want. Don't let me stop you.
Oh, sorry. Amber was having technical difficulties for a second.
It's still happening.
Everything's in stereo.
For better or for worse.
My computer decided. Oh, haha. My computer decided to kick me to my home screen and not let me see anything I've opened.
Oh, that's rude.
I got it fixed, but it
Nice.
happened.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it's so much harder when you're the person that has to pick.
Beverly goes, "Come on, there's nothing you ever wanted to ask anybody at the table."
Drysrinn. You know what? Fine. Drysrinn, how does it feel to be the living embodiment of thunder and lightning?
Oh, wow.
It's not unfamiliar because I mean I attune myself to lightning all of the time. For some reason, this just has a lot of extra strength and security around it, and I feel like there's something bigger that I haven't tested yet and probably shouldn't until I'm a good distance away from civilization. But feels electrifying.
And at that, Kira will take a drink. For that last comment alone.
All right. Who's next? If anyone.
Trying to figure out if who Drysrinn would want to go after now. Ember. When did you and Ivandra become a thing?
I have a sneaking suspicion that it was at birth. There was a point when we were in Stilben when I had additional Lord Estrix provided me with a modicum of power. And it was very thematically oriented to his particular idiom. When we were in Stilben, another font of some arcane power, nothing learned. It was more intuitive and I dare say more graceful. But I didn't fully understand the source. And as time and introspection went on, I came to the personal conclusion that it was likely a celestial font of power of some kind. Why, how, I don't know, but she's the closest one tied to fire as well as a function of change. And when I came to that personal revelation, it just seemed to click. And from that point forward, it was a fairly natural outcome.
Drysrinn's gonna lift her shot and be like, almost everyone here has been chosen by someone for something greater. And we are on our way to proving anybody who ever said we couldn't very, very wrong. And she's gonna down another shot.
Amen.
You guys notice off at the side of the table, there's like a sound of like a chair moving on the ground, and Beverly suddenly moving, like subtly but very quickly, like drawing a hand from somewhere, and just kind of like with like like a kind of a mischievous face, like she's trying to hide something. And then she kind of, hey, cheers, and she quickly takes her drink, and kind of. And she shoots up from her seat and runs outside with like the look of someone who's about to puke.
Qiro lets her get to the door, and she'll get up and follow her.
Okay, you go up and follow her. Absolutely. As for that situation, you go outside to see that she just narrowly made it outside and found some like mop and bucket situation and just delivered the alcohol she'd been drinking this night into the bucket.
Qiro will find her and kind of just rub between her shoulder blades and go, "Hey, you did better than I did. You aimed. I missed."
She looks back at you with like a bit of like a embarrassed, but like also kind of like she's got a bit of like a hee look on her face, like she hasn't been behaving like she probably should be, and it's kind of funny. That's all written on her face. She goes, yeah, I feel a lot better. It's okay.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Thank you for yeah. Okay. She stands up very like she's very drunk. She's like, okay, I'm good to go back now. Yeah.
Qiro will
so
kind
much
of grab
better.
her shoulder to steady her. Babe, you got something you want to tell me?
I don't know.
Okay. You're not as sneaky as you think you are, Beverly. Especially when you're drunk.
Make me an intimidation.
And she will just and she's not trying to be mean, but she does, like, she's holding onto her shoulder just so you know.
Yeah. Have you been making your con saves, by the way? With your drinks every time you drink?
I have answered every question given to me.
Okay, got it.
I play this game.
Fair enough. Just making sure. Yeah, go ahead. Make an intimidation check.
Intimidation? Oh no, it's a +3.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's only an 18. Yeah. It's an 18. It's not
18. She looks a little like, like she's getting in trouble. But she also has like a little bit of a smile, like she's been kind of not good, and she kind of, yeah, I'm usually more sneakier. It's hard. My fingers tingle.
Were you looking for something in particular?
No, I was just curious. Everybody's cool stuff. I wanted to see cool stuff. I got some stuff.
The coolest thing I've got in here might be a torch. I have swords, and she'll pull out. She has a scimitar and a sickle in her bag, along with a whole bunch of other camping supplies. But no, that is the coolest thing that she has in her bag.
She goes, I don't know, this is pretty cool. And she's gonna take out your secret key.
I still haven't found a lock for that to work.
Granted,
I haven't been looking very. It is a very cool key.
I just thought you would have cool stuff. You never know. It was a bag of holding. You can put your hand in and think of something. Sometimes it comes out. And then this is the coolest key. It's like the coolest key. Sorry, I'll give it back.
Hey, I forgot the key was in there. You hold on to the key. Plus, we got it at a festival forever ago. Maybe you'll find a lock that it works.
Really? You mean it?
Yeah.
Wow. You're the best, Qiro. Thanks so much. She gives you a big hug.
She'll hug her back. Very much the Disney, like, she lets go when Beverly lets go. But she also has a feeling the world is spinning for Beverly.
Yeah.
So she's keeping that in mind.
You know, I think you're just like, you're so cool. I wish I was so as cool as you are. You're like a pirate. You're like a pirate. You've like sailed the seas and robbed people and drank around your mom's hut. It's so cool.
She is that. I will say, pirating is a lot more. It's less glamorous than people think it is. I'll say that.
But you got like a trident. You can like control the waves. I wish I could control the waves. That'd
You
be
have
so
a talking
cool.
sword. The last sword, which reminds me, actually, I'll save it for tomorrow morning when you'll remember it. Come on.
Okay. All right.
And
Listen, okay.
she'll kind of turn, but like keep one of Beverly's arms over her shoulder.
Got it.
Not that she needs the help, just to be supportive. And then walk her back inside.
I appreciate it. And you guys, you're just taking her to? Are you like taking her to bed, or are you taking her to her seat?
Oh, I'm taking her back to her seat, but where before, like Qiro will kind of scoot her chair next to Beverly's because she's not sure she knows, but she's not sure Beverly knows which way is up anymore.
Oh yeah, she's fucked up. You got and she's very like. You sit her down and she's like giggling, like leaning on Finch a little bit when you put her down. She goes, "Hi, Finch. Hi. Wow, sorry." And she'll like just sit nicely and be all like.
I will gently pat her, and when I do that, I'm gonna use 5 points of lay on hands to try and neutralize the poison effect.
Immediately, she goes like, "Oh," as she is slammed by the hangover effects of being like instantly goes from blackout drunk to just like she literally was blackout that moment ago. So the last thing she remembers is being like, "Cheers!" And then suddenly like time has passed and she's sitting there just has the worst headache and is dehydrated. She's like, she just leans over and puts her head in her hands.
Qiro will. There are empty tankards on the table. Surely we've been drinking. She'll cast create water into one of them and kind of shove it so Beverly's holding it with both hands, and then just kind of lean her head on her shoulder, just like close your eyes. We'll go up to bed in a little bit. You'll be fine.
Okay. Oh my god.
Drink your water. All of it,
she is.
Please.
Oh, and she's completely sober. Too sober,
Wonderful.
in fact. She's just like putting that back, and she'll rest there, and then eventually she'll be like, I'm done that now. Thanks everybody. Good night. And she makes her way
Bring
out.
a bucket.
Okay. And she does. She's gonna waddle off to bed. She's completely sober, completely hungover, and forgetting the entire conversation she had with you, Qiro.
I've had that before.
Ugh, it's the worst. All right, we can either continue the game or we can just simply montage out of it, whatever you guys want to do.
I think I'd probably be headed off to bed around then.
Okay. You head off to bed. And slowly, if everybody wants to, trickle off back to your bed. And it's really nice rooms, like very rustic, cottagey rooms, and everyone has like a delightful balcony that looks over the district and the stars and the moon. It's lovely. Very, very, very lovely. Roll me a d20 there, Yvaine, as you're sleeping there.
12.
12, cool. Geometry. And you guys can all wake up the next morning with a long rest had. And it doesn't sound like anybody would have a hangover from you guys. You all well outlasted Beverly. The next morning, she's looking a lot better. because she's had a lot more time to process that hangover because it was instant. She'll come to your door in the morning, Finch. She's just gonna go, hi, Finch. And she'll just a little like apologetically, like won't quite meet your eye. Will just bring forth a handful of like little hand-sized knickknacks and doodads from your inventory, and you can decide which ones those are. But she just,
I'll take that little silver raven back.
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll just say the stuff from your emporium. We'll just say the stuff
My
from your
chuckle
emporium.
dust.
Yeah, your chuckle dust.
Thank you. And then I'll blow some in her face.
And she goes, she's just like,
Thank you, Beverly. And I'll shut the door.
And she'll wander away. It won't unless you use the whole pouch. It won't be 10 minutes. So we'll say
No, just like a little bit.
yeah, a little. I've been drugged. And she wanders away, giggling for another 30 seconds until it passes over her. But she returns everything she stole. She may have relapsed back into her Fey days. And just for everyone's notice, her drunk persona was kleptomaniac. So she got a little. Everything was looking a little shiny last night. But yeah, as you wake up this morning, what would you guys like to do? Go down for a little breakfast?
Yeah, let's have some breakfast.
All right, a little breakfast. Let's mark off 5 silver for breakfasts and food for the day.
Okie dokie.
All right. Let's see here. You guys are going to be treated to a full breakfast, which is going to be some new food for you. You are going to be treated to basically oatmeal and like steamed rolls, like a sweet like breakfast pastry steamed roll that they refer to as a dumpfnuggle. It's a Zemnian. It's like a Zemnian breakfast food. And that's what you get.
Delicious.
Beverly will come back with a new cool helmet instead of a silly hat that she'll attune to.
Nice upgrade.
Thanks. She kept the feather off the top of it. It's a little bit like a French sort of like basket helmet. It's like the classic one that has like the long sort of like half kind of up and then back and the eye slit and then the round with the feather off the top. I felt like I had to honor at least the feather, so I kept the feather.
I think those were very good design choices.
Thanks. What's it on?
You wear
I'm gonna
it
attune
well.
to it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she'll attune to what is once more the helm of teleportation. It's just not a samurai helmet anymore. Yeah, it started off as a samurai helmet, then became a wacky, again, sailory musketeer hat, and now it is just like a normal helmet. Cool. It's actually a very nice helmet. It's been sort of like engraved magically and probably almost be like an iridescent sheen to it as the magic is apparent, and you look closely, you can see kind of like the magic runes along the lining of the helmet. This is a very rare helmet. It's a really, really nice helmet. Okay. With that, she says, okay, this was a delightful breakfast. Where are we off to now? Are we going back to Vasselheim?
Sounded like that was the plan.
Another vestige. Cool.
Don't they have weird magic rules in Vasselheim?
Those of you who have been there would know that arcane magic is highly regulated and cannot be performed out in the open. That is considered illegal. They have not quite let go of the events of the calamity. There in Vasselheim. So yes, divine magic, welcome.
Rightfully so.
Arcane magic, you need to go get like a certification or a license or something in order to actually use it.
Yvaine can open up a tree. There was a particular tree in Melora's sanctuary that we made friends with. He's quite old.
I think the last time we went to Vasselheim, that was the tree we took. Or at least like the girls' trip to Vasselheim, that was the tree we took. Because we did a little temple crawl.
Girls' trip to Vasselheim?
We took a girls' trip to Vasselheim. Qiro
Girls
had just
trip
lost
to
her memory.
Jerusalem.
Yes.
I love
Qiro
that.
slept with a very hot priest. Don't
Oh,
look
It
her
is,
in the
it is
eye.
true. That is actually true. That's very true.
Drysrinn gave a guy brain damage.
Wow.
That is true. That is also true. It was a
You can
crazy girls' trip in fairness. A lot of shit happened.
Do
We
they
all
feel up-
met and lusted after Yvaine's grandma. We didn't find that second part out till afterwards, though.
Fair. Okay. Okay. To Vasselheim.
To Vasselheim! Let's go find a tree. Not terribly hard to do. Whether Rex and Trum, like I said, it feels very like it's very it isn't impossible to find a tree within there, but even if you're struggling to do so, it borders right next to a forest, so it will not be hard to find a reasonable sized tree. You find a tree by a little power of our wonderful star druid. The tree sort of unfolds and its great branches sort of kindly unknot before you and creating a wooden walkway through its trunk that should allow you guys all passage. It's a little chilly here in Braxton, a little chilly, but the wind that comes through the tree is definitely much more cold. And as you walk through, you're going to find yourself returning to the air of a seal, to great Vassal and the abundant terrace. You will have returned to the holy city of Vasselheim. Allow me to just make some quick adjustments in that way. For all intents and purposes, Vasselheim is not unlike a combination between Jerusalem, in that it is like the center of holy belief, the beginning of religion. It is not unlike the Vatican City, where religion is upheld, doctrine is made, world-changing decisions regarding religion are made, and also a little bit of Gondor. This is a 3-tier walled city that is filled with paladins. It has massive siege tower defenses. This is probably the most secure city in the world. And it is also the most holiest of cities in the world. And as you step into the Arbor Terrace, most importantly, and the first thing you see is... Oh, let me just head over there to make sure you're getting the right visual. No, you are not. Allow me to send you a picture of what you see. The first thing you lay your eyes upon as you exit. It may be cold in Vasselheim, but not here. Not here. You find yourself in a gorgeous, almost otherworldly forest. If you look on Facebook, you will find the Arbor Terrace, standing below a magnificent, gorgeous tree with gilded, beautiful stairways into a massive, terrace of green and gold spry before you, where the sun of the Dawnfather shines down, streams wander through, and you might hardly believe you're actually standing in a city. You're more standing in like a gorgeous, like holy grove. You feel the Wild Mother here. This is like if you go into a cathedral, like a gorgeous, beautiful cathedral, the Vatican, what have you, and you feel the presence of God. That is what you feel in this moment. The presence of Melora, the Wild Mother. You are here, you are under her protection, and in her embrace. What would you like to do? There isn't much to be done. There's places to pray, pay respect to Melora. There are statues scattered about, not unlike you might find in some more sort of naturalistic religions. There is, of course, the Birth Heart, this gorgeous tree temple that you just came through, actually, in order to be here. And maybe some other buildings that have been incorporated into the thick, ancient trees of the Arbor Terrace. What is it that you would like to do?
I would like to take Yvaine by the hand. And I would say, if you would do me the honor, I would like to go to the Temple of the Moonweaver.
And she looks at you a little sadly and says, I don't believe there is one. I think, if I recall, I think she has an altar in a space. I don't recall where it is there.
Finch, you've been in the temple. You know where it is.
I know.
Okay, just being clear. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll take you there. And Finch will they'll hold their hand out and lead her along.
And Yvaine will gladly go with her.
Magnificent. Just to get my fingers on the pulse of where everyone's off to. You are in the holy city of Vasselheim. Is there anywhere Ember, Qiro, or Drysrinn might like to go?
Drysrinn's gonna go and try and find Earthbreaker Groom.
Excellent. You can make your way to the Braving Grounds, the district of the city dedicated to the Storm Lord and maybe another god. We'll see. Qiro, anything for you?
Is actively avoiding one temple specifically. Don't look at Ember or Beverly. If you would like company, I'm more than happy to go along. She's shirking her responsibilities, as it were.
Oh, gotcha.
She knows exactly where she's trying not to go.
Got it.
I have an excellent idea of a place that overlooks Vasselheim, and you will get an excellent view.
I'm interested. Bev?
And
no, by all means, go ahead.
Yeah.
There's a undead colossus that has a bar located in a anatomically inconvenient place. But it has a balcony that overlooks Vasselheim.
I didn't think there was anything left for me to be. Nope, I should have. Sure, lead the way. A what?
You gotta see it to believe it.
You'll see.
That's not ominous at all.
Oh.
Sure, undead to undead colossus we go.
Beverly says, "You guys go ahead. I'm gonna wander a bit. I'm gonna have a little me time. I'll catch up with you guys later."
By all means.
And so she will.
You know where we'll be.
Yeah, we will start with, first and foremost, indeed, Finch and Yvaine. Yes, Yvaine, to your surprise, you're like, oh, Finch knows something about the Moonweaver that I haven't quite picked up on yet. This is crazy. Yeah, you guys head through the gorgeous, abundant terrace away from the Birth Heart. making your way through, you're probably going to find your way down the southern road and away from the abundant terrace. You make your way out of like the big beautiful wood into what would technically be considered the Silver Talons Reach, but not unlike one of those almost kind of like a hiking trail that you might find when you're out like sightseeing in a place like, I don't know, like any, one of those big touristy centers, like especially like in Europe, like Rome or something like that, like then setting up to the Acropolis, something along those lines. If anyone's been anywhere like that, bit of a hiking trail, sightseeing trail, a little bit. You make your way down from the Birth Heart and across a number of sort of zigzagging hiking trails together, and you get a beautiful view of Vasselheim from these heights. The Platinum Sanctuary comes into view in the east as you sort of round around Heaven's Stairs, the massive sort of half cratered mountain that looks indeed like a stairs into heaven. The Platinum rests at its base, or the Platinum Sanctuary is at the base, the most ancient of temples dedicated to the Platinum Dragon. But you make your way down through one of the gates, out of the Silver Talons Reach, down into the quad roads, and Finch is going to take you sort of down the road as you see all of the regular places dedicated to Arathis, the Lawbearer, the goddess of civilization, and is going to take you into a little neighborhood that you have never been, Yvaine. And it's definitely that sort of like hole-in-the-wall neighborhood that no one would think to walk down unless you had that sort of insider scoop around town, like you're a local, talk to locals, whatever. And you just kind of go down this little back alley, and take a left, and you find yourself going into what is very much an obscure, hidden neighborhood where all the stone buildings and all of their architecture very much changes to the worship of the Moonweaver. It is painted and decorated with stars and moon, and maybe even has like strings of fairy lights, like a little magical fairy light that illuminates. And as you walk down, despite the fact that it is the middle of the day, it's almost like maybe the sky clouded over very dark. But it's probably magic, as is the way of the Moonweaver, where day just sort of very, very gently begins to turn into a very bright, full-mooned night with stars and fairy lights above. And some people live here, most of them elves. It is very close to the base of Heaven's Stair Mountain, where you can easily look up and see the illusory starscape, but certainly the great mountain to your left. There's a series of babbling brooks forming mirrored pools as you walk along, and numerous bird baths holding small offerings for what would basically be like little fey offerings, little fairy offerings, sort of inviting those like mischievous and invisible spirits from a Feywild, if they happen to be here, to come and take little offerings. And they might be like little bells or ribbons and whatnot. The streets themselves are natural and earthen, instead of the cobble floor that follows most of Vasselheim. And many of the homes of dolmen stones carved with sylvan and celestial words wrote across their doorway. And if either, I know both of you, Yvaine, you have Sylvan? No. You don't? Do you have Sylvan? Yeah. You have Sylvan, Finch is Celestial, and between the two of you reading these would just be like, either like very innocent, like not crazy, like, oh, Dawnfather. Very innocent sort of like blessings of the Moonweaver, little fey chants, sort of welcomings, very sort of like rustic, like, simple things like, oh, remember, if the broom falls in your house, you can expect a visitor soon. Or if you hear a bell rings, an angel will get its wings. Or just like little sayings like this, and especially to do with the Fae. And it's like, if you're finding something missing, make sure to say this to call those mischievous fairies back and return what they had taken. Little things like this across their doorways, very, very lovely and very innocent. And at the end of the neighborhood is a door that looks fairly unsuspecting, other than the fact that there's a crescent moon symbol at the summit of the doorway. And as you step through, it opens into this, again, this gorgeous secret temple to the Moonweaver, where there are 4 perfectly still water pools that show the sort of sparkling of lights, not unlike the feasting hall of Hogwarts, where it might have like a misty, starry sky above that sort of reflects down into the pools of water. And beyond is this, beautiful elven woman whose body is sort of moved like this and in sort of like a crescent shape. And at the end of her arm, she bears a bow that is also shaped like another crescent. And the symbol of the Moonweaver is present. And it is a gorgeous, tall altar. And Finch, you know what to do. Or kinda, a little bit.
I think, maybe.
Sorta.
Yeah. So, yeah, in the time that I journeyed, I traveled far and wide across lands and continents, and it led me here. And at the time, while I was grateful to be here, I was left with a mystery still. And I didn't quite know what it meant until I saw you again. And then I think it all makes sense. And maybe I'm wrong, but this feels right. It feels like you and I, Messiah of the Dragon and the Oracle of the Moon, are meant to be here. And I think I would try and like position us like facing the altar. And I would just say, let's pray and appreciate where we are.
Yvaine takes her boots off so that she can feel the floor with her actual feet.
Absolutely.
Finch does the same thing.
Clank, clank.
Respectfully, not
Yeah,
loud.
of course. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you guys both do it. You take off your boots and whatnot. And while there are certainly these pools, I want to see if there is like a very thin sheen of water outside of the pools as well. The pools might be like slightly elevated, but the entire temple just has like a quarter of an inch of water across it. As you sort of step, the water is sort of unnaturally still, except for when you step in a little ripple goes out as you step. And the water is cool on the bottom of your feet, not cold, but cool. And it's like you're walking in the night sky. You make your way over to the altar itself. It's a little bit more elevated out of the water, so if you were to sort of wish to kneel and pray, you certainly could. And you approach the statue, most certainly. You wish to pray. I want to start with you, Finch. You've been here a couple times trying to scratch your head about this riddle, probably. You're a little more familiar, but you find yourself here again, perhaps to complete it, and perhaps for the last time. What are you praying for? What are you thinking about, if anything?
Ooh, that's a lot. I think coming into this thing, Finch will be thinking about like full circle moments a little bit. How this was a place of such deep importance for them. They're to see like the Temple of Bahamut, and being led back here again on this journey to find this vestige. So I think it all kind of fits in nicely that way. But then coming into a certain level of appreciation that in order to obtain the thing they're seeking, it ends up finding them back to friends that they had to leave. So I think that they would be grounding themselves in that and just being very appreciative of how life kind of always finds a way, and things that are meant to be find themselves or on their way back to one another.
Mm-hmm. You definitely do so. You pray for these things. And it's worth remembering that, strangely enough, the Moonweaver is really a god of protection. Using illusion, using trickery and whatnot. Very, very explicitly in the interest of, like, helping young lovers in their trysts is very, very up in front example of her ability. At the end of the day, she's sort of that gentle charm and trick and illusion to sort of help steer people in the right way. And it seems to be indeed that's what she's done. She's steered you back to your friends and then back to her. And here you are next to one. Magnificent. Yvaine, what about you? I believe it's been a little while since you've been before an altar of the Moonweaver. What are you praying for? And certainly not one as spectacular as this, Vasselheim's own. What are you feeling? What are you praying about?
I think she starts by giving thanks for the most horrible of the things that have happened, from which she's been able to learn and to grow, with sort of an understanding of that sucks, but obviously there's worse to come and I'm better for it. But I think she prays protection for what's coming. First over Solvolg and his men out there, and then certainly over her mother. And then over her team. And then over Exandria. She does not pray for herself.
Pray for these things. You take stock of a lot of what you've dealt with, the hard things and trials that have been about, and accept that they are going to make you stronger. And pray for the protection of people and whatnots. And as you do so, you very much feel the power of your vestige stir. And as you sort of open your eye, or perhaps you don't even open your eye, maybe you see through the vestige as it was always meant to do. You don't see through it the way you would your physical eye. You see what's beyond that. And your sense through your vestige perceives cracks in the divine ward. Now fear not cracks that are magnificent weaknesses, but cracks at like when a piece of pottery's been broken and then remade so that those cracks are added to the gorgeous design. You see that the city has endured calamity and destruction and terror and death thereafter, but it has survived. It is the cradle of civilization, and it has not been taken. And it has been more beautiful for it, perhaps, much like yourself. You see the echoes of Ayun's structured truth within those seams, that the goddess of knowledge, I think very famously, was wounded. Tremendously wounded, and her followers were wounded for it. And yet she's still here, and yet the cobalt soul could not have been born without that wounding. And she is strong, and her truths are able to give voice to the prophecies of Second. And you see the structure of her truths here as well. And you also feel, maybe for the first time since you've put on this holy relic of yours, the distant, wrong whisperings of the mad god Tharizdun, muffled back there, and restrained enough that it does not burden you. But it is there. It is present. And this very relic you wear has been broken from what it was and built into something new. And now you use it for the greater good. There is something horrifying and sacred within all of this. That the statue of Sahanin isn't hiding like Sahanin's power might do. It is lying. The statue is lying, and your oracle's eye knows it. What do you do?
Can I determine the nature of the lie?
Make me... This is interesting. Why don't you make me a wisdom-based religion check? And I'll give you advantage because your vestige is helping.
Okay. That was actually pretty good. That was a 17 wisdom-based religion check. All right, so yeah, that should be 17 plus 5, 22.
Magnificent, magnificent. Yes, you indeed do. You are actually going to receive a vision. You receive a vision. It is one that compels action. It is one that feels a little bit like you're wearing the wrong pair of shoes when you watch it. You receive a vision of a battlefield. You see a vision of armor broken. You receive a vision of a fallen champion. This is certainly the sign of the failing of the gods and the failing of their champions. This is where good and those who wish to uphold good and the gods they serve fail. And it is not a vision meant for you, but it has been delivered to you as the oracle. What do you do?
You're muted.
Look for something hopeful. I will share that with Finch.
And I will pray with her together. And I will ask for guidance of both of our gods together in that moment. And I will say, Lord of the North Wind, Lady of the Pale Moon, one the pillar and one the path. Platinum Dragon, grant us the strength of your scales, that we may stand firm against the encroaching darkness. Let your justice be our compass, and your honor our breath. The Moonweaver, wrap us in the folds of your starry cloak, that we may walk unseen by those who seek our ruin. Let your silver light reveal the truth behind the mask. May the platinum shield protect us, and the Moonweaver's veil conceal us, until the dawn breaks and the shadows find their peace. We walk the path of the Silver Star.
And Yvaine will repeat what she says.
And unbeknownst, almost unintentionally, you find yourselves both in this sort of divine ritual a little bit. And Finch, I want you to make me an insight check with advantage as you make these declarations and have been described this vision by you.
Okay. 16.
16? Okay. What Yvaine has described is the end. It is where all the good, all the warriors, all who mean to stand against evil have fallen, or the gods themselves have failed or wrong. And you feel the fingerprint behind it. You hear the word behind it. The question the vision poses to you, Finch, is that what do you do? What does Finch and Yvaine do when this time, should this time come? When all good and all light and all the prime deities have failed, and there is all that is you that is left stand against the tide of darkness. And there are no friends, but it's just you. And your god has failed you. And Bahamut has failed you. And you're all that's left. What do you do?
Well, that's the answer to the riddle, is that I am all that's left. And like I shared with Beverly, and where the heart of Paladin's magic comes from, it's within. And I think that's where I would have to look, and I would know where to look. Is that through all of this, and even though I have pledged my devotion to Bahamut, and I respect the faith that my compatriots have and that I have encountered along the way, at the end of it all, it has to come from within.
And what do you find when you look within? What is your answer?
As much as I can muster, it is the strength of the adventures that I've been on, the wisdom that has come with that. And it is an unyielding will to keep fighting until there is no fight, until my last breath. And that will come from me and nothing else. No deity, no other power, but from what I have curated in the journey of my life.
And in that, you dedicate yourself to your last breath to stand. And you find yourself compelled to do just that, to stand. Do you?
Yes.
You find yourself almost in religious ecstasy, sort of not kneeling before the gods, but standing, as if you were the only person in the world who could. And that is the essence of honor. Honor comes from within your heart. You look at the statue that has lied, and you feel the compulsion still to play out this, what you would do. And what you would do is stand, and you would use what's in your heart. So perhaps you put your hand over the heart of the statue. You find yourself doing this, yes. As for you, Yvaine, you see this, and similarly, not necessarily the vestige giving you instruction, but similar in sort of what this hole has been for you in this moment has not been the use of your eyes. And even in Finch's own words, the veil of the Moonweaver. That is what's required of you, is not to look with eyes. And so you find yourself compelled to, maybe, to stand, and maybe to blind the statue. You find yourself compelled, and if you do, bring your hand up, and put your hands over the eyes of the Moonweaver to blind her, for you should not always trust what you see. And as you do so, the statue begins to soften from stone. The form of the Moonweaver begins to change. the bow, the crescent sort of moves down around and behind, becoming less of a bow and more almost like a nimbus behind her head of this crescent moon. And the hand of the statues sort of move down as you both continue to do this and kind of follow her down. Her hands sort of dip below into the water of the floor, sort of vanishing below. And then moving in such a way where you can no longer sort of leave your hand on the statue, step back. And the Moonweaver herself pulls from the water a tower. A tower of platinum with the face of your god upon it. And presents to you, Finch, the Moonweaver herself kneeling, a shield of platinum. A shield with the face of Bahamut. She places before you what you have vowed, maybe to yourself, maybe to something beyond, the shield that is and has been known as Honor's last stand. Do you accept it?
Yeah, I do. I think I would like approach it and touch it like very softly. And I would say, as I accept this vestige, Honor's last stand, I pledge my strength to the weak and my shield to the fallen. May its weight remind me of my duty, and its light guide me through the darkest shadows. Justice without cruelty, mercy without weakness, and honor unto death. And then I would take it.
Take forth this powerful shield. And is there a greater embodiment of Bahamut's own power than a shield? And this is a mighty, and as I said, this is a tower shield. This is no buckler, this is no kite shield. This is a shield that will cover your body head to toe right there. It is a mighty force. And you faced a trial that involved no feat of arms, as you have proven many times before you are mighty. And yet again, you proved to yourself there is honor in the heart of Finch and Yvaine. An honor that will be the last thing that holds in this world, even if it's the last dying flame of good. You are honor's last stand, and have earned it well. As for you, Yvaine, it is but presence, much like any temple. You feel the Moonweaver. And as you see your friend accept this mighty vestige, you almost feel as if the Moonweaver will blind you as well, in mercy, and takes from you untruth that you have known. She takes from you the truth that you learned in the demiplane. She takes from you the truth, the prophecy of what's behind the blackness between the stars. She removes from you the existential dread that lies in her domain, and returns it back to silver and hope. And as you've helped your friend and had these many revelations and have accepted what is to come, you feel your vestige awaken to you. And indeed, its power will grow as you have grown. I will need to fix up your vestige in the week, which you are now in possession of the awakened Oracle's Eye. And it'll be very apparent as Finch, you will see that the Oracle Eye on her brow will change and alter and grow in magnificence. Not fully exalted, but awakened as Yvaine has.
Thank you. She's been feeling very hopeless lately.
Moonweaver's got you. And with that, the power of the Aurora Concordant grows only more. And I think we are long overdue for a level up. So let's get that in there as well. 2 vestiges, but 3 vestiges down.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that is, at least in those who are present here, 2 to go. And the adventures will surely continue next week. I believe we will have Aaron with us next week. Like I said, he's in a bit of a chaotic place right now in his life, and we're being amenable to that. But if we're very fortunate, we will see Aaron next week. Maybe track down whatever Zarvolk's been up to all this time. He has not been without his trials as well.
And the
Well,
very first thing Yvaine has to do, because she swore an oath, is to go to Imon.
Fair enough.